It's gonna roll excellent stealth checks as well.
It's gonna kind of act. It's gonna kind of act as our recap for last week as well. So the camera opens onto a schoolhouse, an unassuming schoolhouse in the Trialt Hills. The camera zooms in, and we see a halfling with red hair teaching her class. She dismisses her class, and as they walk out, she looks at a pile of letters on her desk. Letters that her students wrote to her. This is going to be Fortuna Fuzzlefoot's last class for a while, because she decides to go on an adventure. She decides to join a traveling party. And so she sets off with her clerical robes, this old set of scale mail armor that was a part of her family. She has an old shield that she got in her clerical studies, and she sets off towards Neverwinter. It's a pretty big journey. Now, Fortuna got the same letter that you all got. We're supposed to meet at the Cloak and Stagger. But the T was a little blurred out, and it kind of read like Cloak and Swagger, which is another tavern in Neverwinter. So on the morning of, Fortuna wakes up, walks out, and sees nobody. Nobody that she knows she should see. She didn't meet Gundren. All of the information is there in the letter, what she's supposed to do, where they're supposed to go. They're supposed to go to Phandalin and deliver this cart. Panic sets into you, Fortuna, and you run down to the southern gates of Neverwinter. You receive the news that, yes, your adventuring party has already left, but you are able to find a public traveling cart to take you down. They have, on the high road, there are plenty of carts that go from Neverwinter to Waterdeep, which is the second biggest city on the Sword Coast down south. And so you hop on a cart with your fellow travelers. And they don't have a stop in Phandalin. It's a very small town, still up and coming. And you see the sign for Tribord Trail, and you yell to the driver, "Please stop, sir, please stop." And he stops, and you get out. You walk pretty quickly or travel as fast as you can for the better part of the rest of the day, and you see in front of you bodies littered on the ground. You see 2 dead horses, and you see 4 goblin bodies just littered on the Tribord Trail. As you search around, go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
13.
Okay, so as you look around, you see some footprints on the ground. You see signs of battle. You see in the horses there's some goblin arrows that you would attribute to the goblins here. You see that the saddlebags are all emptied. You see different types of footprints. You see what you figure to be goblin footprints. You see a couple of humanoid drag marks, and you see 3 other set of footprints that are not like the goblin footprints, heading off into the woods along a trail. Now, as you go along, you see a cart of supplies with 2 oxen tied up to a tree behind these kind of hedgerows that line the road. And you probably think, you actually can look at the boxes, and it'll say Barthen's Provisions. You're like, all right, well, what did those 3 get into? Do you set off after them following the footprints?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you see this path. You see this path kind of going through the trees. And about 10 minutes in, you take a step, but right before you plant that step, you look down and you see a little circle tied to a rope right underneath you. With your
Well, I'm not
passive
gonna
perception, you can
check
tell.
that
Yeah,
out.
you can tell there seems to be a snare, and you can easily kind of go around it. Would you like to go around it?
Yes, please. I don't want to be in a snare.
Awesome. So you go around it. About 10 minutes further into that, you come upon a pretty sizable hole in the ground, about like 6 feet. Well, for you as a halfling, 6 feet across, 6 feet, and then 10 feet deep. And you look down in there and you see what looks what like false dirt, or like a little bit of dirt, or like leaves and sticks and stuff like that kind of collapsed into this hole. Now you go around it, and in about 5 minutes, the trees open up, and you see in front of you a sheer cliffside. To your left, more trees. To your right, more trees. And in front of you, about 50 feet of open space that opens up into this clearing. On the far side of the clearing, there's a stream that leads into a cave face, about 20 feet high. And on the other side of the stream, you can see some more trees and brambles and things like that. What would you like to do?
Can I follow the stream towards the cave opening?
You can. As you get close to the little stream, make a perception check.
Oh, drop it dead. 18.
18. Okay. So on the other side of kind of this wall of bushes, you can kind of see that as you cross the stream leading to the left, there's kind of the bushes kind of open up, and there's like about 10-15 foot space between where the bushes end and the opening of the cave. So you have a little bit of space there. And as you turn, you can hear the sound of a body, and you can actually turn and see, and you see a goblin tied to a tree. Kind of does not look great. You can see he's got like bandages on, and the bandage is kind of soaked in blood, and it's just hanging there, tied to a tree. Yeah. What do you think Fortuna would do?
Can I go and ask some questions to this poor little goblin guy?
Sure. Yeah, you can.
Like, how did this happen?
As he sees you walk up, he's like, "Are you with them?
With who?
The three other ones. They killed my friend and beat me up and tied me here.
I mean, I'm looking for some people. Could you? Do you know anything about this?
Yeah, just don't hit me again.
Okay.
They went in there.
Okay. If I let you down, can you leave me alone?
Yeah, like I told them, I'll run off. I'll go somewhere else. Yeah.
Swear.
Do you say it like that?
Yeah.
Make a intimidation check. Do you swear?
You swear, little tiny halfling.
Yeah. I mean, you're about the same height as the goblin, so.
8.
Yeah, I swear.
Okay. I'll take my little short sword and just cut away at some of the rope.
All right. As you do, he drops and thank you. And he just runs. He just takes off down the way you came. Well, not down the way you came. Kind of just off back behind the woods that direction.
Huh. All right.
Yeah. And do you continue into the
cave?
Into the cave you go. Okay. Other party. So Fortuna, you step foot into the cave. We're gonna flash cut to the other party. You all remember the fight you just had with Yimik and his 5 goblin friends, and saving Tanlin. You remember that Tanlin tells you that Gundren and he were laywayed by these goblins, and they were taken to this cave. Upon arriving, Gundren, he imagines that Gundren and the map of the Wave Echo Cave that Gundren was carrying was taken by the goblins to a place, to the chief of the goblins. So they took it to the chief of the goblins, to a place called Cragmaw Castle. Now, Tanlin will say, I don't know where this castle is, but I did remember hearing them saying that. There may be someone in Phandalin might know, but I don't know. I believe, did Zooks heal him? I believe Zooks healed him.
My level 1 spell slots
Cool.
now.
So he has full health, but you can tell he is like beat up. Like it's going to take more than just a healing spell to kind of like recover his wounds. It'll take probably some rest. But you also remember that you and Yimik all made a deal. The reason why Tanlin is alive. Yimik is going to wait for you outside. We'll see if he runs into our friend there. And in return, he tells you about Clarg. That he doesn't like Clarg, and Yimik is going to, once you all kill Clarg, he's going to take the mantle of the leader of these Cragmaw in this hideout, and they are going to change their ways and stop harassing the highway. A little too small time for what Yimik wants. You get the sense that he's a goblin. And what can he really do? Talon also said he's going to offer you 50 gold pieces once he gets the money, about a day after, once you arrive to Phandalin, if you guys decide to accompany him there.
Each?
No, as to the party. So it'd be about 10 each. He doesn't have any money. Probably not. Out of table talk, probably not. And you see him go up to one of the goblins and he just be like, just in case, and he just like grabs one of the scimitars off their body. He's like, well, I'll follow you all.
Okay.
So he's going with us. I thought he was going with the cave. Okay.
No, Yimik's gonna leave the cave. You kind of get the sense.
I thought Tanlin.
No, so Yimik is leaving, right? He says he's gonna wait for you outside to know if the job's done. And then Tanlin's gonna accompany you, but he's not. He doesn't look really in shape to fight. So.
Okay.
But he's gonna have a short sword just in case. And you remember, there's one exit leading out of this room, and it led to that T intersection where you guys snuck up and did your cool little sneak attack. You remember turning right at that T intersection will lead you down that little crumbly thing back to the main path, down 10 feet, and then straight ahead. You imagine. I think Yimik told you that. He just said that way. That's where Clark is. And
Okay.
so, what would you all like to do? You have all these dead bodies in front of you, a Tanlin, and a hallway to go down.
So, what time is that?
What time is it? It's probably mid-afternoon still. Like 4 o'clock.
Combat like real time, and like each turn in combat
It's
takes
6
like
seconds.
6
So
seconds.
it's a total like circle around a
so
turn
it's really
order.
not that much time.
That fight you guys had with Yimik was a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
I'll say,
I think we should keep exploring because
keep
we're trying to find Clark's chamber, right?
Correct.
that's what we.
So yeah, I'll go down that area that Yimik told us.
Yeah.
Cool.
You're going first, Sam.
Yeah, I'll go first.
Okay. Cool. So who wants to go about?
Wait. No, our previous order was Aridin first.
Is that
right?
Frank? Yeah.
Yeah.
the rogue
can
first.
we keep that since he's like more stealthy? Yeah, that
Yes.
would make more sense.
Okay.
Yeah. Good
Cool.
idea.
So I believe we did the Wi-Fi, right? So we did. It was Erden. It was.
Myself.
Yeah. No, it was
No.
Hey, Zooks.
Yeah. Yes.
It was
Zeus
okay.
was first earlier. Yeah, but
Yeah.
we're gonna change up the Wi-Fi signal. We're not getting a very good signal.
Not getting a very good signal. So it is Erden, Zooks, and
Zooks, then May.
and then May, and then we'll say that Tanlin's just kind of behind, right, kind of hanging out with you, May,
Right.
in the back.
Okay.
Cool.
Great.
So you start going as soon as you leave the room. You all have dark vision, so you're fine. But you just go back to dark, and your dark vision has to adjust a little bit. But you can see well enough. Are you gonna go cautiously, or are you gonna kind of just walk ahead?
Cautiously.
Cautiously.
Yeah, I
Okay.
have my weapons out.
So as you guys turn to walk, you hear. You don't have to roll for this. You hear this big, what sounds like kind of this, like the wave pools at like SeaWorld, or not SeaWorld, or like water parks and stuff. It sounds like one of those waves just pushed through that canal you were in.
Oh.
Like, and you just like hear that rushing
Like from where? Where were we? Like
from further back into the cave. So it'd be kind of to the front left of you is what you would hear.
in the direction we're going.
In the direction it was going out towards the entrance of the cave. So from the back of the cave towards the entrance of the cave.
Okay.
And then after a few seconds, it kind of subsides. Fortuna, you walk into the cave and you hear rumbles in the distance. And off, you start to see this wall of water come at you. So you have two options very quickly. You can see to the right of you, there is a room that's got 3 steps up into this little room, or you're still not too far enough in the cave. You can just back out of the cave real quick and just duck to the side to kind of get out of this wall. It is all encompassing. It is filling the entire chamber. What would you like to do?
I'm going back to the entrance and to the side.
Okay.
I don't want that room to flood and
I love it. Go ahead
get me
and
there.
go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw.
11 plus 2, 13.
13. You just barely jump out of the way, like you kind of like, oh crap,
Hero
and then you just like,
dive.
yeah, like just like dive off to the side, and you see this water just go whoosh, like just past you into this clearing. The stream, which you were, came up to. How tall are you?
I'm like
It came up
3
to
foot.
like your chest because you're 3. It was like 2 feet high. It now like kind of like rises up and it just gets really, really choppy. And you kind of just like brush yourself off and kind of head forward. Back to the party. Up top, do you guys continue on? You don't hear anything else once it passes.
We just
We
heard
don't
it, right?
really
We just heard
have many more options.
Yeah.
I mean, unless we just want to go see what that was.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
you could go up ahead and just kind of like the first person peek out and check the situation out.
Do you want to check it out, or should I check it out?
But yeah, that's Aridin.
That's the rogue.
That's his thing. Yeah.
All right, so
Leave it up to Aridin.
Aridin, go ahead and roll. Would you like to be stealthy? Roll a stealth check,
Yeah.
and then head out to. Yes, go and make a stealth. 15?
15.
Okay.
Yeah.
You feel exceptionally sneaky. Oh, I didn't realize. Thank you for the follow, Elon's musky sack.
What?
And so you continue down this hallway. You kind of it veers to the right. And the more right you turn, you can kind of see a little dim light coming from somewhere. As you walk out, you see a wooden bridge in front of you right now, currently swaying. Not drastically, but it is swaying. What you could imagine that wall of that noise, what sounded like that water rushing through, kind of like made it sway a little bit. Would you like to? You're about 10 feet, 15 feet. All you can really see is this bridge, and you can also tell something's going to open up into something. But do you wish to walk closer?
You mean open up on the far side of the bridge? Or...
Yeah.
Okay.
Into
Yeah,
another
let's walk-
tunnel. So
Okay.
yeah.
So I'm gonna walk up to the bridge.
Okay.
Like look down to see what's the bridge over. Just check out the bridge, make sure it looks like it's safe to cross.
Okay, so you walk up to the bridge, and you can see clearly now. This is crossing over the main walkway you all came into the cave. So as you get you peek your head to the right, you can see the stream down below you. You can see the walkway. Everything's wet. Everything's damper than you remember. Pretty much the whole cavern is just like dripping with water at this point. And make another perception check for me. There, Airden.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. Okay, you look to the right and you see a halfling at the front entrance of the cave. You can see her walk past the room you first went in with the dogs. You see her look in there, see the big dogs, and just go, oh, and just like continue walking down the way. She's getting closer. She's probably like 20 feet. At this point, Fortuna, make a perception check of your own.
Is 17.
17. You kind of are looking around. You don't really know what's going on at this point. You just the big wall of water. So you're kind of being kind of careful. You're freaked out by those dogs you just walked past. And you see this bridge up ahead of you. And on one side, you see a little head peeking out. You would know. Yeah. Do you say that? I see you.
Yeah.
Now, do we know that
You would
he's
know.
supposed to
You would
be
know this
there?
is her. She's supposed to be. Yeah. You would know.
Okay.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I'm
You
not
know
an
she's supposed to
enemy.
come in.
I didn't know if like we knew beforehand that she was supposed to be with us, or
Yeah.
she's okay.
Going back retconning you all the morning you all left. You're like, wait, we're late, but we gotta go. Wait, she's late, but we gotta get out of here.
Bonnie, you okay?
I think I messed up my computer.
Oh no!
So so we wave. Is there like
Okay.
a path up for her, or do you let her rope or something?
Not really. I mean, she could try. There's just like natural handholds, so
Okay.
it's not easy, but it's doable. You remember that you made the kind of rock slide wall easier with the rope you all had, and that could be an
Yeah,
option for you.
We'll let down a rope. for
Okay.
her.
Cool. So Fortuna, you walk up. Airden here, you see a half elf with short dark hair, dark robes, and a what? Do you have a rapier?
I have a rapier. Yeah.
Rapier and a little bow on his back.
Short bow.
And he lets down rope for you.
Thank you. I need a
Yes.
climate. What would that be?
Yeah. So go ahead and since he's helping you, go ahead and make a athletics check. I'm gonna let you do it with advantage. So roll it twice and then take the higher number.
Okay. I had 14, -1, 13.
Negative one. I love it. That's fine. With
-1.
his help, I'm guessing. Do you tell May and Zooks that information?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you easily you can get her up. So, the party has joined together. So you now see Granny Zooks, the dwarf that towers a foot above you at a high 4 foot tall. And then the other half
Hey,
elf.
sweetie, welcome to the party.
I've been late once my day before. Was it you're 250 years old? An older dwarf.
but never late to bingo. fancy bingo, which is basically the same thing.
She smells it. She weirdly smells of rusted armor and baked goods. It's weird.
Comforting.
You see a tall half elf with a war axe or battle axe and a shield with, I guess we didn't really figure out what, feels like a trident or some waves embellished on it. And,
I think it's a unicorn, actually.
a unicorn on it. Nice. Oh, that's because your deity symbol.
Oh, what's your deity?
Michaeli. Miliki? I
How do you
think.
spell that?
It's like a woodland kind of like goddess of the forest and nature and all that kind of stuff.
Cool.
Cool. So our party is together now. Are you going to examine the bridge as well now, Airden?
Yeah.
Cool. So go roll just I guess an investigation check just to figure out
Seems
the
about
what you could figure out the state of this
22.
22. It's not great. It's crossable. You obviously the goblins have been using this to cross back and forth. But they are small, very small creatures. And so you might have to kind of like step lightly and just take your time crossing it. But with that information, you could probably see. I'll even let you keep that roll once you try to cross it if you'd like.
Okay.
To kind of like
Well,
step and like figure out with your feet what are like the more solid spots to step on.
Okay. I mean, should the halfling go first?
Elves are like
A sacrifice. The
elves is
little-
very elves and half elves is very interesting. Like you're
I know,
super
super
light
light
and
and-
nimble. Like
So-
imagine like
So she's a cleric, right?
she's a cleric, yeah.
So you got armor. So I probably actually do way less than you.
Mhm.
Like elves,
Yeah.
again, think of like a Legolas, like that kind of like very light and airy kind of movement to where you don't really
I mean, only
make
weigh
much.
like about 130, 135, something like that.
Yeah.
So,
Zooks would not be the first one to go, is what I'm saying.
right. Yeah. No. That's the thing. I was just trying to between
Zooks with her giant like armor on.
between me and Fortuna, who would be.
Yeah.
What kind of armor do you have on?
Well, it's technically chainmail, but I feel like
You would have
visually,
some plate.
Yeah, it has plates on it, but it's kind of like piecemeal. I think the idea is I'm going to kind of like upgrade the armor as we go on, because I am Forge Domain Cleric, so it's kind of cool if I like was able to like work on my armor and stuff, and that is how we'll like level it up.
Instead of her getting like,
eventually you'll get better armor probably. We'll all get like
you'll get like magic items.
Armor
Yeah.
is like insane. Yeah. It's
Sam
like,
just likes crafting. He wants to do it in this game.
Yeah,
too.
the idea around that is like Zooks will get like components and stuff to upgrade and build the stats.
I
You guys
can
will
make
find
items later. Yeah.
yeah, you guys will
Like,
find actual
freaking awesome.
pre-built armor kind of idea.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool. So Airden, would you like to cross with that 22 investigation?
Yes, I'd like to
All right.
cross.
So you can pretty easily kind of just tap and step on each of the boards and figure out like this one sinks in and this one feels pretty strong, and you can kind of figure out where the good places to step. And as everyone's crossing, you can pretty easily get everybody across by saying step here, don't step there, step here, and just follow the steps that you plant basically. And everyone else, Zooks comes at the end and feels just every once in a while a little. It has to just quickly get onto the next.
But that noise is actually the noise she makes.
Everyone thinks though. Everyone looks like the board's about to break. She's like, "No, I'm fine, sweetie." Cool. So you all, now that everyone is on the bridge, I guess you'd probably go one at a time or two at a time. You can see now, everyone, that this is over about 15, 20 feet actually, over the top of where you all were walking before. So you look to the right, you can see the entrance. Look to the left, you can't see the end of it, but it continues around to the right. In front of you, there is another, like one of the same 5 foot wide walkways that kind of leads to a quick, sharp turn at the left.
Okay. Gonna continue on
Yeah.
that way carefully.
Yeah, everybody roll stealth checks.
Uh-oh.
And everybody but Airden rolls it with disadvantage. 'Cause y'all are wearing.
Oh, 16. Get wrecked.
With disadvantage?
Yeah.
Well,
I
dang.
got a 17 and a nat 20.
Dadgum, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
14.
14?
No.
Bonnie, what'd you get?
8.
There we go. You
Honestly, with disadvantage, that's still pretty.
you can
I
hear
got a
you can hear the shing
That's
shing.
why-
It's,
I don't feel bad. I got a 10.
with advantage.
And I have a +5 on
Oh no.
Man, you need more rolling space or better. Like, I don't know what's going on.
You all can hear May's, like, it sounds like almost like sleigh bells. Her chainmail shing 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 as she walks, and then you hear the whoosh, 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 whoosh of like the leather kind of swiping against each other of the rogue in front of you. You all feel. I just want you to know, every time you roll a stealth check, you feel exceptionally sneaky. Like in your mind, you nailed it.
Ninja.
I know. You're Gronk, or what's the guy in Emperor's New Groove? Cool.
Gronk? It's Crunk.
Kronk.
Kronks?
Frank is the football player name.
Gronk. Oh God. Yeah. Okay. So you are you going to continue on to the end of this little passageway?
Yeah, you said it curves around to the left.
Yeah.
We're gonna kind of approach where it curves around.
Now mine's getting all fuzzy.
Oh no.
We're all getting fuzzy cameras.
Spreading it to you guys.
Okay.
I have bad lighting. Better lighting.
All right. As
Lamp's behind me.
as you get closer to this kind of veer off to the left, you stop to hear kind of like the cavern noises and like the behind you and in front of you. You hear it sounds like a waterfall, and it starts to get kind of hard to hear anything else. As you get around to the end, you can start to see a room opening up. If you kind of duck to the left immediately, you couldn't see this before because it was a pretty sharp turn left. But as you kind of dip your head around, you see from that vantage point, a room opens up to the right. You can't really see it yet because there's no chance where you are. There's about 5 foot more of wall to your right, but you can kind of see the opening, and it's going to open up to the right. In front of you, you can see another stalagmite. On the other side of that, it looks like a pool of water, and you can see ripples coming from the area you can't see where you imagine that waterfall noise is coming from. To the left, you see another opening with stairs going down into the left. What you can imagine, if you kept going down the walkway at the bottom, it might have curved up this way. Yeah, and that is what you see. The pool is about 15 feet in front of you. The stalagmite about 10. And again, you have about 5 foot of wall in front of you still, but then you can tell there's gonna be more room to the right.
So let's ask what's his name. Which way we should go? He's still with us, right?
Oh, Yimik's not. Tanlin is. Yimik left.
You wouldn't know.
Okay.
You wouldn't know. Yeah. Yimik just told you it was this way.
So the first door we don't see.
Well,
Are we
Airden
trying-
can see it, but the rest of you really can't. The rest of you are at this point can see that's going to open up into a room,
Okay.
but you can't see like you can pretty much.
check like foot traffic or anything like that. Like, is
Sure.
the ground like? Yeah. I just want to see if I can tell if like more
Yeah, go for it.
footprints are going this way or
Go for it.
that kind of thing. No, I can't.
Just.
It's a four.
I mean, you look around and you see footprints kind of going everywhere. Like you can tell this is a pretty trafficked area. They're going in, they're going out, they're going the place where you guys were. They were going down to the left of the staircase. They're kind of going all over the place. Again, it's very, you can tell the noise is pretty loud at this point. You can pretty much only hear the waterfall. So you can make the decision for yourself whether that gives you an advantage or disadvantage on trying to get into the room without anybody seeing you.
Okay, so the room that's opening up that we can tell is there, but is opening up. We don't see into it.
You don't see the big far right opening. You can tell there's going to be an opening. It's going to be more room. You can
Okay,
see.
we
Yeah.
know that it's there.
Yeah.
That it would be.
There that we just can't see into it.
You can't see into it yet.
Can I use my divine sense?
Sure. It's to sense celestial, undead, fiend, right?
Yeah, I just want to check to see or use what methods I can to see if there's anything. weird coming up.
Let me look at your sheet.
Okay,
What you
well.
can do. Divine sense. You can detect good or evil. Until the end of your turn, you can sense anything. Celestial fiend undead within 60 feet of you. Okay, would you like to cast that?
Okay, cool.
All right, so you all see that May's eyes start to kind of, she blinks, and before she blinks, her eyes are normal. Then she blinks, they're kind of like ocean blue. And you know how like clear ocean water, you can see like kind of the waves of light kind of like go through it. That's kind of what her eyes look like. And then she just stands there for a few seconds just to sense what's around her. As you are doing that, you do not sense celestial fiend or undead. And then she blinks back and her eyes are normal.
So I want to get over against that wall on the right and kind of sneak up and just peek around the corner.
Okay.
if I can.
Yeah, go for it. I'm gonna say you keep that stealth check though.
Okay.
I don't sense anything, but can I say it out loud? Like, I don't, there's nothing
Yeah, you can say that to the party.
extra weird in this.
Yeah, just normal,
Regular
just
weird.
normal bad, not like
Normal.
super bad. Or good, celestial. Cool. So you kind of shimmy up to the thing and you peer your head. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
15.
15. Okay. You see now that the room does open up. There's a second pool of water right next to the one you saw. They're pretty big. They're about 15 foot by 15 foot. And between the two of them, they're both pretty squared off. The first one's about 15 foot by 15 foot. There's kind of like a stone wall that was made there. And the other one is actually mostly empty. And the waterfall, it looks like it's refilling it. You can imagine this is where the water came from. Like there's somehow they flooded this thing with these kind of things of water.
So the one to the left is the one that's refilling with the waterfall?
Yeah.
Or-
Yeah, the one to the left's refilling, the one to the right is full, and you can see like a trickle of water that's refilling. To the left, you can see to where the stream connects, there is a little like gate that has a mechanism to it that pulls, and you can see the water just can exit there. Again, to your left, you see the walkway down, steps down, leading back into the path, the main walkway into here. And about 5 feet down on that side of the wall is where that kind of mechanism, that opening is in that pool. You see a stalagmite in front of you. The one you saw before is about 5-10 feet in front of you. To your right, you see the room opens up, including the pools. It's about 30 foot by 30 foot. Much bigger than any of the rooms you've seen so far, about 20 foot high ceilings. And you see another stalagmite to your right. You can't really see anything behind it. Would you like to move into the room? So what I mean by the stalagmite is kind of blocking your vision to part of the room.
Okay.
But you don't see anything as of that point.
I guess, yeah, like to move into the room, but looking in that direction since that's what we can't see.
All right. Does everyone follow?
Yes.
Okay.
Sure.
So you all
Yeah,
kind
sure.
of come into the room, Airden first. And you all hear, now, do it now. And then four goblins rush around that stalagmite. And I need all of you to roll for initiative, please.
Ah! Damn it.
I was like, what am I going to say? Yeah, now. All right, what'd you get?
13.
16.
19.
Okay, keep those numbers. Oh boy. Okay. All right. Oh my word. Anyone above 20?
No.
No. Okay. Anybody who are the 15s to 20s in between that?
I had
16.
19.
You had a 19. Okay, Airden. And then it was Zooks. Below 15?
8.
8, and then what
13.
13. Okay. May 8 with Fortuna. And then okay. All right. The goblins are the first to act. You kind of all kind of wave into the room into kind of like a pretty much open kind of formation. The first goblin runs up and sees Zooks there and is going to slash at you with its short sword. Ooh, it rolled a natural 19.
Ooh.
Oh my
I think that's
God.
gonna hit ya.
Mm-hmm.
It only rolled 3 damage. 3 damage to you. Oh, I forgot about. Ooh, okay. I forgot about our friend. What's his name?
Talon or something.
Talon, yeah. Okay. Second goblin rushes around and sees May there is going to 12 plus 16.
Wait. Say that again?
Says one of the goblins is rushing at you, May, and it rolled a 16.
No. Mm-mm.
Misses.
Nah.
So you at the last second just like, bring up your shield and pshing, there's a loud sound there. Next up will be Airden. What would you like to do? 4 goblins in front of you. Not all in front of you, but in the room.
Oh, they didn't all 4 attack?
They're all 4 there, but they're not all up at you yet. There's 2 in front of your friends, so 1 in front of Zooks, pretty right next to you basically, and 1 in front of May, which is kind of the other side of Zooks. Then there's 2 others kind of, I'd probably say 5-10 feet in front of you that are still kind of coming from behind that stalagmite.
Okay, I guess I'll attack the one that attacked Zooks.
Let's do it. Roll that juicy damage. Hit. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna dual attack like
Yeah.
normal.
So the first one is proficiency, and then the other one doesn't. Come on.
So,
I want you so badly to roll better on your attacks than you did last time.
so that was a 15.
Yes, just hits.
Okay.
Mhm.
So
Hint. Just
Dang
hits. Wink. So you know that's their armor class.
yeah.
Like,
So
you gotta roll better.
So
than
typically if a
15.
DM says just hit, you know that's kind of like the threshold. Or barely hit or whatever. So roll that
Ooh.
damage for it.
I
Also,
did
you
also
did?
bloodied and
Yeah.
stuff. Sometimes
Yeah.
they'll say that.
What was it?
Nice.
10.
10 damage. Okay, well you cut down this goblin. It runs
Oh
up
my
and
gosh.
hits Zooks, and you can see it. It causes a little bit of blood underneath the armor. And you're just like, for mom, and you just stab it like you cut it through the throat.
Aaron's Goblin Slayer, dude. Like, seriously.
Man, I can't wait to dive into that backstory where we find the goblin who killed your family.
It's kind of cool that you're like getting so many
I know.
so easily.
And so that goblin, you just whisper for mom, and you just kill it.
I definitely gasped.
All right.
So is the one next to May, is that within 5 feet of me? Or
No,
not?
you'd have to move up. You can kind of either go around the back of your party line, basically, or kind of push up in front of Zooks, and you would have the other goblins to your right, and then that goblin in front of you. Or you can push ahead towards the goblins that are still coming around.
So I don't get a second attack, right?
You can. You have the offhand one. It's just not with. You don't get the proficiency bonus. It would just be your dex.
Yeah, but I was
We
wondering
can
if
see
I could
if he's
attack at
close
all
enough.
because there's nobody.
Does it say you have to? You can't do a
I
movement
don't-
between? I think you can
So
break up your
movement-
action.
Well,
I-
the thing is, you can do the dual attack. Oh no, never mind. I'm just thinking of the sneak attack. Never mind. I still do the dual. Yeah.
I thought.
Oh, you could have
movement
done.
phase
Yeah, that would have used their sneak
was
attack.
like both at the beginning and the end of the phase, and I think the attack phase is right in the center.
So
I'm
he
not
doesn't
sure
have
you
he
can-
doesn't have 2 attack actions. But the rule you said that you can use a second attack as your bonus attack just without proficiency.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
So that's what
the
he's wanting to
normal
do.
If
Yeah.
you're using 2 light weapons or weapons with finesse,
Yeah.
you can do 2. You can use the.
I think eventually you'll get like
It can be a second attack.
okay, cool. So yeah, you can run up there. You just don't get the +2 bonus. You just get your dexterity bonus. So you roll with
so
your
how
dex.
far away are the other 2 that are coming?
They're probably like 10 feet to your right. If you
Alright.
turn that way, yeah. So you'll be able to get to him pretty easy.
I'm not gonna move towards them. I'm just gonna throw the dagger at one of them.
Okay, cool. So make a range attack, and just to add, I guess you have +3, I think, to your dex.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just do it with +3.
I missed.
Okay.
8.
So you see the dagger just like goes by their head, and just you can hear it
Yeah.
cling like on the rock behind it. Next up is going to be Tanlin, and he's gonna get up kind of next to you, May, and try and hit at the goblin that's next to you.
He better not get himself killed before he can pay us.
He
It's a very rogue thing to say.
drops his sword on the way. He doesn't even make it there. He can tell he's just so he rolled natural one.
He's a sucker now.
He's so like
I push him.
you can see the bruise all over his body, and he's like, yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
And he'll just like he'll back up back to the back of the room. Yeah,
You need to.
you can tell he's like not walking too great.
Grant Zeus is like, what did I heal you for?
That's a great question.
Young man.
All right, so that is him. It is now Zook's your turn. You turn around like, what I hear you for, Sonny? And then you do what you got to do.
I'm gonna rush the 2 goblins unless
Okay.
I take an attack of opportunity from the other one.
I think
am I close enough?
I think you would. Yeah, because you're pretty close that you would have to get an attack.
Man, why not? I'll still rush the other 2.
Okay,
I think it's cool.
so he's gonna.
A cool thing. Yeah, let's see. See if he hits me.
He rolled a natural 2, so
Nice.
that does not hit you. It kind of clanks off of your like ping, shoulder armor. Just brush it off.
And I'm going to, just have them both roll a Constitution save.
Both of
the
them?
goblins. Yeah. And I don't even have a spell. It's a trip.
Oh shoot! Dang. Let me see. What is their con bonus? That's a great. It's probably like negative something. I don't know.
That's what I was hoping for. It's not like they have a lot of hit points.
No. Oh, it's just straight roll. Okay, a 17 and a 19.
No!
I know.
Okay.
Hey, at least it's not an attack.
Yeah. I don't do anything.
Okay, you don't do anything.
Well, I'm not gonna do my cool thing. She just like says it really quietly, no one hears it.
You just see Granny Zooks run up to them and not do anything. It's just like- you can tell it's like that was only like 15 feet. Zooks were. All right.
Yeah, after insulting Tanlin,
Okay.
Tanlin's like, "You okay, old lady?"
Yeah, basically. All right, now it's May. Your turn. You have a goblin right in front of you. You just saw it take a swipe at your friend unsuccessfully. Yeah, and you just push Talon behind you and turn to face the goblin. That's
Yeah, I'm gonna take a swipe at that guy.
swipe at up.
Yeah.
Guess it'd be like a hack.
13.
A 13 misses.
Ah,
You turn around to push with your shield, Talon. Like, get back, and you like are just so distracted that you miss. Fortuna, our new friend here, first combat experience. You see, you're kind of to the left of, or May's to your right with a goblin in front of her. You could also go around and you see Zooks is in front of the other 2. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna help out May with her one, seeing if
All right.
she just swipes, miss, and I'm hoping for like the goblin to be distracted.
The 2 shield maidens are right next to each other, and they you take a short sword out and you swing at it. Go ahead and swing.
18.
Oh yeah, that hits.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then it's a D6
D6 plus
plus 1
1
is a 4.
Wait, what is your? It's dexterity plus 2 actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
I have on my sheet plus 1. All right, so then that's 5.
All right, 5 damage. You deal a pretty grievous wound to this thing. It's not looking happy,
Ugh.
but it is still standing. Cool. And also, I think your hit is plus 4 instead of plus 3 on your short sword, because it should be 2 plus 2. All right. So we have the goblin that Zooks ran up to is next, and it just like braces itself for something to happen, and then it just like you stop and it's like okay, and it just like swings at you. But it only rolls an 11, which I don't think hits you.
Not too easy, is it?
I love it. And since the other one doesn't really know what to do, he is going to turn around and run somewhere that you all can't see.
Oh.
We gotta stop that. That's
So
what Granny Zooks like hollers back.
He spends the rest of his turn. I think Zook should probably be the only one to see it. He just like looks. He's like,
Yeah.
and he like turns and like
We got a
runs.
runner!
He runs back. He takes his whole 30-foot. Well, he takes his whole 60 double movements, and he just books it out of there. Cool. So that takes us up to the top with Goblin 1 is dead, but the one in front of May, who just saw this. He's been looking up at you as he hacked, and then he like sees, and he's just like eye level with his enemy now. And then he's gonna hit at Fortuna because you darn near killed it. So it rolled natural 3, so it did not hit you. It had been calibrating for a higher slash, and then it did like the high and like went over your head, and like dang it. And okay, Airden, it is your turn again.
Okay. So there's one in front of May, and there's one in front of Zooks, right?
Yeah, and one
That one that ran away.
that ran away. The one that got away.
The one that got away. I guess
You can
I'll
tell the
attack-
one in front of May is hurt, and the one in front of Zooks is untouched.
Yeah, I'm gonna attack the one in front of Zooks.
Okay.
Do a will.
Are you gonna run up to it?
Yeah, run up to it.
Right. And you were far enough away from the other one to not evoke an attack of opportune. So go and roll. And you get your sneak attack back, so
Yeah, 21.
that hits.
9 point of damage.
Yeah, you did. So you run up for mom, and you just say this. I like the idea that you say like the same thing or something similar each time you kill it.
Actually, my mom's
like, what?
still alive.
Your mom is still alive, or
my dad.
for my dad. Yeah, this is like a Batman thing going on right now.
What was that? That's good.
Yeah. Wait. What did you say, Sonny?
All right. So how far away is May now?
May, it's about 15 feet behind you, probably. The goblin is.
Okay, so I'm gonna throw my other dagger at that one.
Okay. How many daggers did you come with? You have like 5?
I have 2. Just
You have 2.
daggers.
Okay. So you have a rapier in your hand, and a dagger, and you just. Cool.
Yeah.
Are you throwing at which one?
At the one in front of
Oh.
May. Hope it's not another nat 1.
It's a nat 20.
Oh, you don't have to roll. He's dead. You don't have to roll. You had 2 hit points left. Your bonus itself is gonna kill it. So in this really like, about 20 minutes ago, you all could tell it was like, Airden was kind of like calibrating, you know, and all of a sudden you just see him do this flourish where he runs up and just like forward dab, like slashes this one guy, and then just takes with this rapier still in this guy's chest. He takes his dagger and just like deftly like to the back, and May, you just see this goblin just fall right in front of you, and you see the outstretched arm of Airden, who is felled.
Thanks for the assist.
Cool. So you have killed those 3, and as you kind of turn your head around the stalagmite, you don't see that other goblin.
Okay.
He could only take a 30
You can take
speed
60.
move, though.
He's
But
technically
he
a rogue.
disengaged, which is his action.
It's a bonus action.
Oh, it's a bonus action.
He's a
to
rogue.
disengage?
Yeah, you can do a bonus action
Oh, as a
disengage,
rogue.
and he could
Okay.
technically do 90 feet because you can disengage, do a move action,
then
and then your
speed.
full
Okay.
action. The
talking
fourth,
about-
the fourth
cool.
goblin.
Okay.
So he's
I want
gone.
to make sure.
Yeah. So a rogue could do up 3 times their movement on a turn. If they wanted to,
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
because of the cunning action. I think at level, I don't think
2.
you can do it yet, but yeah,
Yeah,
goblins have it at level 1, or just naturally.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. So you all, for now, are out of combat. You are out of initiative. You have these 3 dead goblins, 1 that left, and you can just hear the waterfall.
Yeah. I want to gather.
I just look over at them. I'm like, guys, we're gonna be in trouble with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm sure he's going to get reinforcements, but.
Would you like
something we
to investigate the room?
Yeah.
Just looking around.
I'm gathering up my daggers.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, there must be like a crack in the wall or something that he escaped through.
Well, as you all kind of look around that stalagmite where they were hiding from, you can see there are steps leading up to another opening.
Ooh. Ooh.
So that you can, that's where he ran to.
Do we dare follow and go into a room of 100 goblins? Or
I mean, you've killed, you
you
remember the goblin outside, even though he was harried and he was nervous, he said somewhere between 15 and 20.
Yeah.
You've killed
9 inside.
2 outside. So between the two outside and there's about 11 that you've dealt with so far.
11. No.
So that would make
And Yemek and all that kind of stuff.
that ran away 4. 4-ish. 4.
That's what you remember.
6.
4 or 9.
4 to 9.
I'd say there's less than 20 left.
Tanlin will over
So
here.
we can either go up there. So Granny is like, we can either go up there or stay down here, and when they come back, we can spring a trap on them.
Ooh. Or we could spring a trap on them here, or surprise them by following them there.
I mean, I think they'll expect that, but yeah, that is definitely an option.
we know.
That rogue definitely knows we know. First of all, that's such a gnome thing to say. Like such a cute thing. You can imagine a gnome saying that.
Tanlin kind of overhears, and he'll kind of think. Like, I've been thinking about how many I've seen. I haven't seen any more than after they took Gundren and the map, more than 15, 16, 17 entities in this entire place.
So what's their leader like? Did you see him?
Yeah, Yemek. Well, I guess Tanlin's. Yes, he's a giant compared to them. He's a bugbear. If anyone would like to remember or try to know what that is, you could roll a nature check, or I'll do a history check if you'd like. One of the two.
Oh, I can do history.
I'll
Right.
do nature. I can do nature.
Yeah. So you roll nature, and then Zooks rolled history.
Yep, 8.
Zooks has heard of beasts before. What'd you get, May?
A natural 20.
Oh, you know what a bugbear is. This is a basically.
She has dissected.
Oh,
bugbears
you
before and
you've befriended some, which is surprising because they're naturally evil creatures, but you somehow in the inner sanctum of the jungle where you came from.
It's my.
It is a here. I'll just read. I'll just show you the picture. Everyone else, deafen. I'm just kidding.
I've read the monster manual before.
I'll try and. This is a bugbear.
Oh.
They are kind of like a bear goblin hybrid.
No bug in there. The bear, I see.
You're like, I don't remember why they called them bugbears, but they are like goblin bear hybrids. Goblins are small. This you know that this creature is a good size bigger in the creature pantheon, and when you remember your studies and your natural affinity.
Yeah.
They have thick hide that acts as armor. They're stronger than goblins.
We're meaning to gird ourselves.
Good on loins.
Oh, old school.
Whoa! Is that a wait? Is that a old bugbear?
That's Bugbear, second edition.
God, no! They have upgraded. They have upgraded those. Did you see what it looks like in the new monster manual?
Yeah, yeah.
Like a cloak on.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird. It was wearing clothes.
All right. What would you like to do?
Oh, I don't know.
I say we just go up the stairs after him.
I'm probably gonna ask my teammates what they want to do, because I'm unsure.
Okay. What do y'all think?
I mean,
More wine.
Granny's plan was good. I'm feeling pretty good since I just took out 3 by myself. That I'm like, let's go up the stairs after him.
Yeah, you are like, you're not a barbarian, but there's this weird like, it's kind of in your blood now with whatever happened to your family with goblins. You're like, don't lose the momentum.
Not let him die. We'll follow after him.
You are ready to go in by yourself at this point.
I mean, I'm not going to run up by myself, but that's my vote: is that we go up the stairs.
No, we'll
We're
go.
not charged. Like, let's do it slowly and stealthily. But I don't want to wait around.
Yeah. Know what we're up against, I guess.
Okay. So you know there's at least one goblin because you ran in there, and that bugbear.
Yeah.
That's what you know is there.
Yeah.
And there's a potential that, with your calculations, that there could be a couple other things as well.
Yeah.
What do you call a goblin with a limp?
What?
A gobhoblin? Instead of hobgoblin?
Or just wait till you guys run into hobgoblins. You're gonna hate those.
Gobhoblin.
Oh my god.
All right.
Hobgoblins, they get like buff stats when they're next to each other and stuff. They're dope.
Yeah. All right. What are we doing?
Well, that's my vote. What is everybody else's vote?
I will follow you.
I think we should pursue him.
All right. So who's first?
Yeah, definitely.
Airden, you first. I'm
I
guessing.
mean, they know we're here. I might put like a
They're
high
either
AC
coming
person.
in or
We're gonna sneak, like, you know.
Yeah, I guess sneaking isn't that important.
Yeah. So I'll go up front, or I think May, either or.
Who's got the higher armor?
The lady. They all have
Probably 18.
the
Yeah,
same.
Yeah.
The lady shield wall.
Yeah, I know. It's dope. Just freaking.
I'm very satisfied that everybody else who's coming has very low AC. All right. So who wants to go first? Zooks, you took damage. The other two have not. So
I grabbed the gnome. All right, newbie.
Everybody else have Wait,
Time
circle
for
gnome or
yourself.
halfling?
a halfling. She's a halfling.
Okay.
She turns around and is like, "How dare you? Have you been to school?"
I'm all Tucker. I'm all Tucker.
This opening is a little bit bigger, so you could probably have 2 people kind of next to each other in the front if you'd like.
Okay. Yeah.
Literally
then
make a
I'll-
mini shield wall if you want to.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll do
Okay.
that.
I'll
So
be right behind him if I
yeah,
need to. We'll just
and then you got the rogue that's taller than you. But, all right, so we have this like cool little formation that's going on. So you guys prepare yourselves. Tanlin,
What about Talon?
you just hear Talon behind you. Just
No, Tanlin needs to stay.
Talon, you see him walk over and he picks up the short sword, and you all just turn around and just stare at him.
It's like,
And he just like,
I say,
he's like,
that's right, son. Come
all right,
on.
and he goes down to the wall. He goes to the water pool and he like starts washing his face off, and he just like puts the short sword on the ground. It's like, thank you. And, cool. So he
under her breath, Granny Zooks goes, elves.
roll a perception check. I'm just kidding. And the long-standing rivalry between elves and dwarves continue. Cool. So we have this wonderful mini phalanx formation, basically, where we have the 2 shield maidens in the front, basically. You guys walk in, not even trying to stealth. You're just ready to go. As you walk in, the 2 in the front make perception checks.
so we're walking. So what do you mean walking in? We're walking into a room at the top of this.
Yeah. So behind you are the water pools, the waterfall.
Yeah.
To the right of you is the other opening where you guys came into, and in front of you are 5 steps, about 5 feet high, leading up into a pretty bigger opening. Already from here, you can kind of see the roof of the ceiling. You 2 walk in, and you guys are kind of like ready to go. Make a perception check, the 2 of you, as you kind of. Okay, what are the scores?
I got an 11 with my perception.
Okay.
18.
18. Okay, so you both see a room. You see the basics, May. In front of you, about 10 feet, there is a fire pit. Pretty big. It would take up a whole space, so about 5 feet around. Pretty big fire pit with a pretty roaring fire. To the left, you can see a little bit, but mostly to the far end, you can see a bunch of just luggage, a bunch of like boxes and crates of like supplies, and you imagine this is where they're storing all the things that they steal. Yes. And to the right, you can't really see. Similar to the other room, it kind of, you can tell it opens up into something else, but you can't really see the whole room. Would you like to walk in more?
I feel like they're hiding. Fortuna, do you want to keep going?
It's the whole dance.
So this room, like it's to the right, it opens up. Is that right?
Well, you can see it's pretty far. Like it's big, pretty big room. You can see, they can see most of it, and you can see behind them pretty much at this point.
Can I look into it right now?
Yeah, you can probably see. You're a foot taller than Fortuna, so you can kind of see it.
Like, just do like almost like an investigation. I know I'm not like touching it and stuff. I just want to like.
Yeah. What are you specifically looking for?
I want to. I mean, this guy's the boss. I want to see if it's like a throne room kind of feel. Like, does it have loot in it? Like, you know, they're goblins.
Yeah, it's got it's got all of the. It's got a bunch of like crates and what you imagine are the stolen supplies they've been amassing that from the people they've been harassing on the Tribor Trail and the high road, just like back in the back.
So the crates, are they against the wall? Like, could people be hiding behind the crates, or are they just?
Granny Zooks is.
No, you don't see. There's probably not any room to hide behind the crates.
She's gonna throw out like an intimidation. Then I guess she's just gonna like yell it out. She's like, if y'all are that powerful, come out and fight us. You know, I don't know what would that, or is that like a persuasion? Because they know we're here.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like, oh, I thought this was the Great Clark. Yeah, that's what I'll say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't want to antagonize.
Like, is she always like this?
Yimrick said you were hot shit.
Oh my God.
You hear a rump. You hear like a. Who are you talking to, old lady? And you can see. I guess there's no more waiting. And he kind of like, you hear like a snarl, and out from the right side, you see this big, way bigger than any of you.
Seems like you're scared if you're hiding.
Bear humanoid with, he's holding, he comes around this corner, he's holding a giant, what would you call it? Like a morning star. The morning star is like the ball with the spikes on the end of it. That is, it is kind of like
a hanging one.
No. Just like the ball attached to the thing, and it is dragging along the ground next to him. On the left, he has these chains wrapped around his forearm, and attached to this chains is a much bigger version of the wolves you saw downstairs, and it is just snarling and like just like dripping. And then flanking, coming back around him, there's the other goblin that you saw. You can imagine is the one that ran into the room and told him that you all were here. And he's like, what are you going to do now? And he just like yells at you. Everyone roll. Everyone roll for initiative, please. Everyone roll. Yeah, baby.
Granny's been her fair share of tussles, okay?
Granny's like, listen, if this is my last roll, I don't even care.
I got a 15.
Okay. Let's see, where are you, Clark? What is your initiative on this? Oh. Sorry, I'm rolling for them. Ooh. Cool. Did anyone get above a 20? No. Okay.
It's physically impossible.
Did anyone? It is. Like a nat 20, I would let you. No, it would subtract it actually. Anybody get above a 17?
I did. I got 18.
Ooh.
Oh,
Okay.
fancy.
Did anyone get above a 14?
I did 15.
15. Ooh, we're all spread out. Okay. And then what did you two get?
9.
11.
11 and then a 9. Okay. I'm not even rolling for what's his face. For Taylor.
Yeah,
I'm not rolling.
putting it out.
Let's see. Airden got 11. Okay, cool. And then 9 for Fortuna. All right. Clark just like looks around, surveys. You two are still like kind of stuck there, kind of with the shields up, ready, and you two are kind of in the back. And he just looks at the goblin. He's like, "Get them!" And the goblin will just kind of run up and try and. He's like, he kind of like shakes and shivers, like when Clark like yells at him. He's like, "Oh, okay, yes, sir!" And he like runs up and he actually, he's gonna take a short bow out and shoot at you. He's gonna kind of like back up, kind of behind Clark a little bit, and shoot at you with a short bow. May.
So from what we can see, it's just him and the goblin.
Him, his giant wolf, and the goblin.
Can we see the whole room now, or?
Yeah, you can see the. Well, no, you haven't moved in yet. You see them come out from someplace on the right.
Okay.
He rolled a 16, May. So
Yeah.
he shoots his boat, his little short bow, and the arrow just clings off of your shields. He's gonna hunker down behind Clark, and that is his turn. May, what would you like to do?
You're behind Clark. Clark is full cover.
For him, basically.
I'd say Clark is full cover because he said hunker behind Clark.
Cool. Yeah, what would you like to do? He's he's like
behind Clark.
the goblin is, so he like dashed kind of behind
There's
Clark.
the goblin, and then like a wolf thing.
Yeah, if you were thinking of doing like a ranged attack, it would have cover, so his AC would be higher.
What if I throw my javelin at the hound?
At the wolf, yeah, you can do that.
Okay, yeah. So I think
How far away are they from us?
About 15 feet. You currently can't get in the room, but they're about 15 feet in front of you.
yeah, I can reach that. Wait. Oh wait, yeah.
Yeah, so you're holding the wall. You kind of stick your battle axe in the ground. You pull the javelin out and try to keep the shield up, and you launch a jabby.
An 11.
That does not hit. Yeah, does not hit. Cool. It is now Clark's turn, and he sees that instead of coming out of this kind of like protective stance, he's like, "Oh, you're hiding," and he's just gonna he lets down the chain, and he now holds his Morning Star with two hands. He's gonna run up to you guys and swing at you. So he's gonna swing at you, May, who just launched a bolt at him, and he rolls 15 plus some. 19 altogether.
Shit. Yeah.
That hits you. All right. Woohoo! This is gonna be your first taste of like big boy stuff. 7 points of damage.
Oh my god.
And he is just going to kind of just like smile and grin and just look down at all of you. That is his turn. It is now Zooks. Your turn.
All right. I'm just gonna attempt to hit him with my hammer.
Okay. I'll say since
I
you
don't
all
know if I
are
can do anything else.
you guys are kind of like packed in this kind of tight area right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was my question. Do we ever come into the room, or are we still in the hallway?
No, you guys stood kind of at the entrance of the area, and Zooks called out before y'all moved into the room. And with the order, it kind of lent it up to them to go first. So you're gonna hit him. Go ahead and swing attack.
Okay, I can. Okay, I was just making sure it was within.
Yeah,
range
I'll
and
let
stuff
you.
like
You
that.
guys are very tight, so go for it if you like.
It is a 21.
Yeah, that hits.
Nice. Not natural, obviously.
No.
And then 1d8, and it is going to be +3 since I have my shining hammer still. And it's 10.
10 points. Ooh. You can go, "Ugh," and you can see it like kind of, and you hit him. You can't really reach a lot, but you can tell he's got like this metal kind of like waist kind of like pieces around him and stuff. And you kind of dents his like side armor a little bit.
Sweetie, we can pack a punch too.
Then stop your hand.
All right. Would you like to do anything else? I don't think you can.
I already used kind of my free action to say that, so yeah.
Cool.
I do want to say something next turn, but I'll wait till next turn.
Cool. Awesome. So he now is going to look back and say, Ripper, get him. And the big wolf now charges at Fortuna, who is next to the person that he is engaged with. Ripper is going to attempt and do just that, and he's going to bite at you. Cool. It rolled a 5 and a 19, but with pack tactics, it gets advantage. So that hits you.
Yeah.
Just 4 points of damage. So 4 points of damage to you, and he just bears down and snarls at you. Cool. That is Ripper's turn. Erden.
I guess I'll attack the big guy.
Go for it. So you kind of can just get over, and you kind of like get next to each other. You kind of like 2 banks of 2 now, and you can kind of just go up and stab him with your rapier if you'd like.
Okay. I miss.
Okay. You're gonna dagger him with the other one.
Yeah, dagger him.
All right, go for it.
Missed that one too. Dang it.
All right, so it's just you're used to kind of like open areas.
Single-digit rolls.
Yeah, if you roll, yeah,
He's still trying to find out if this guy's technically a goblin.
yeah, he's still like, okay. You're just like you're used to being able to open your arms and stuff.
It's too crowded. I can't.
Right now, you're just like, and you just like, yeah.
Goblin killed my father, but
I've never seen a bugbear before.
Goblin.
All right, Fortuna, you have this wolf that's like taller than you in front of you, and then you have the big guy up to your right. What would you like to do? Remember, you have spells as well. You have, I believe you have Guiding Bolt, which is a really good spell. You have Sacred Flame, which is a spell that has them roll to see if they
Sacred Flame is a
succeed.
cantrip.
Yeah, and then you can attack it with the short sword.
As many times as you want, yeah.
Yeah.
Guiding Bolt's your big
Can I-
thing, is what it is.
Yeah. Can I use my halfling nimbleness to kind of slide through the legs of Ripper so that I free up a little space?
Ooh.
Halfling nimbleness can move through the space of any creature a size
bigger.
larger than
You
own.
can, yes, you can kind of get underneath him.
Cool.
He's going to, as you kind of go underneath it, try to bite at you if you're willing to have that happen.
Sure.
Okay.
Go.
All right. So you.
Do you say go big or go home because you're like so little? That's so
You could also, if you want, you could. I know you don't want to do this, but you can use your action to disengage, or which would not let them do that, and you could just move and free up the space, or you can take the normal move and let them swing at you to be able to attack after as well.
I'll let them do the swing so that I can try,
Okay.
hopefully, to attack after.
You also get luck. I forgot about that.
I sure do.
It rolled a 5, so it's like so shocked. It like hit its bite and it like was really excited, and then it sees you just go, "See ya," and you like duck underneath it, and it's like and it couldn't reach out at you. So you can disengage behind it. How far kind of would you like to go?
Am I able to attack after this now? Or
Yeah. So you can move up to 25 feet, so you can get about 20 feet away from it if you'd like, or you can just do whatever you'd like. As you kind of go beyond that, you see that fire pit that's kind of like in the middle of the room. You kind of see to the right now, there's some more stalagmites and like a little bit more of an opening that you figure that's where they were hiding. You see all the supplies and stuff like that, but you are now in like an open room, and you're like, oh yes, just like home. And you can attack.
I'll back up about that, like 20 feet.
Okay, so you can make it pretty much most of the way to the back of the room.
and I will cast Sacred Flame.
Okay. I'll say Guiding Bolt's
So-
bigger if you want to use that.
Well, what is it? I only have 2.
You have 2 spell slots. Yeah. Whatever you like to do.
Hey, are you guiding me to Guiding Bolt?
I'm just giving you, some, since this is...
Oh, that's a better.
I think Guiding Bolt's cool,
Got it.
but
Guiding
we
Bolt's...
might also need healing later.
Yeah,
so you
she's
might
got
want to
2
keep one open.
spots. So
Yeah.
Guiding Bolt will do damage, and if you hit him, he glows, and so the next strike gets advantage on him.
Oh, that's cool.
Since
I forgot
so
about that.
guiding, and then Sacred Flame is less damage, but you don't use the spell slot.
Okay.
Why do I have this tavern music on? What's happening right now? What am I doing?
Okay.
Having a nice time.
This is like a pivotal moment in the starter area in World of Warcraft, basically where we are right now.
Okay. All right. I'll do Guiding Bolt.
Let's go to Ripper or to the big guy.
Let's go, big guy.
So you roll an attack on this, and it's +5 because I think that's what your spell attack modifier is.
Of a
So bad.
of a D6 or D20.
No, so you roll the d20 and add 5 to it. Please hit. Please hit. Please hit.
17 plus 5, 23.
Yes, you hit. So you
Nice.
roll, I think, four of the squares, 4 of the cubes, add them up, and then
Nice.
tell me what you get.
That's
Okay.
awesome damage.
5, 6, 11,
Oh my gosh.
12, 13.
Oh my
13.
god.
So he doesn't really notice you. You're so small. Like you dip behind his or underneath his wolf, and you go behind, and you just hold up you kind of hold up your arm with your shield, and the shield's kind of on top, and your wedding ring kind of glows, and a beam of light shoots out from it and hits Clark in the back, unbeknownst to him. He's like, ah, and he roars out, and he is now glowing with a nice sheen all over him. Very, very easy to see. Very good. Cool. So let's mark off that you have 1 spell slot left.
Very nice.
And that brings us to the top. The goblin does not like this situation very much. And he sees you kind of off on your own. He's just going to turn and try and shoot you with his short bow, Fortuna. So he's going to shoot at you. You rolled a 7. That misses. He's just so scared. He's scared by Clark. He's scared at Ripper. He's scared of all of you. He's scared. Cool. That is now May. You have this big behemoth in front of you. Not a behemoth, but this big bugbear in front of you. He is now glowing. What would you like to do?
I think I'm gonna swipe at him.
Okay. You get to do it twice and take the top number now.
8. 1.
You rolled a natural 1 and an 8.
Yeah.
You miss him. So he just as he's now he's just really furious, and you swing your battle axe at him. He just grabs the shaft of it, just throws it back in your direction. And it is now his turn, unless you would like to do something else.
I think. Wait, I can do something else?
You can move, which you would take an attack of opportunity. And I don't think you have any bonus actions right now, but if you had a bonus action spell or something.
No.
Okay.
Shouldn't have does she have healing word?
No, she didn't. Pull it. Paladins don't get spells at level 1.
Oh, right.
Oh no.
They can have cantrips, but.
Yeah. Healing word can be cast as a bonus action, so that's a really important one.
Yeah.
Uh,
All right. So would you like to stay? Just hunker down?
yeah.
All right. He is still just glared down at you. Do I want him? No, I'm not going to make him do that. No. I was going to do I want him to use your axe against you? No, okay. So he's just going to he throws it back. He picks up his Morning Star and he's going to swing at you twice. 14 does not hit. But an 18 does. So
Beats it.
he swings. 10 damage.
Oh.
Are you down?
You're down.
You're not down. You're not dead, but you're unconscious. So you see he's mad and he just hits you with one, and you all see May drop. So what this means is you're not dead.
Dying, don't worry.
You're not dead. You've got 2 clerics on your side. One's right next to you. I think you're gonna be okay. But the idea is that.
Spell slot. He used it on the useless.
Wait, did you take Spare the Dying as a cantrip?
I have Spare the Dying as a cantrip.
Oh, okay. There you go.
So basically, what's
I did
going to happen is you are kind of battling with life and death right now. So when it gets back to your turn, you are going to roll a d20 to see if you have a death saving throw, basically, as you do like a strength or a wisdom or whatever. And if you get 3 successes, you're stabilized. If you get 3 failures, you're dead. Dead. But I don't think it's gonna get there. Okay, so Clark, satisfied with himself, just pumps his chest. Who's next? And it is now Zook's your turn.
Ernie Zooks is next.
Yes.
I'm okay with that. I'll just fall in line. I had a different plan, but I'm gonna yell back down to Tanlin. I'm like, Tanlin, get your ass up here.
Okay, you can see him. Like, yeah, I guess Airden can probably see him. Like he just puts the sword on the ground, like gets up and starts like hobbling over.
Aww.
I don't know if he has any spell. I have no idea what class he is, right?
Okay.
So I'm just like literally asking if he can assist or whatever. You know,
Yeah.
he doesn't have to
His
fight.
body.
I'm not asking for him to get up in the front line and fight Clark.
You
know?
see, yeah, go for it.
Just after seeing her go down, I know I can't do anything because I'm like drained, literally. So
You could do a medicine check to try and stabilize her, but like in combat, that's kind of that's a tough thing to do.
I mean, she just went down. She's got 3 rolls before she's dead.
You
So we
can
don't have to do
see
anything to her
after
now.
Clark like thumps his chest, you can see he's like, he's really he's heaving.
And then I will. I think I'm just gonna keep hitting him. None of my cantrips are like super strong. Well, yeah, I'm just gonna keep hitting him.
Okay.
So.
So you rush up with the open space now, kind of next to May. There's the Rippers right there still, and you've got him. So you swing away.
Yeah.
Go for it.
And that is a
Big roll.
11. No. I don't
11
think it's
plus
gonna
or just 11?
hit. Just 11.
It does
sadly.
not hit.
Yeah.
I will say though that Talon will go below you in the order now. So, is there anything I'd like to say to finish your turn? Or any bonus? I don't think you have any bonuses left or anything.
I mean, I would like to try to intimidate the goblin. If that's
That would be
at
a
all
full
possible.
action.
A full action.
Yeah, that'd be a full action.
Okay.
I like the idea though. We'll see what happens. Cool. Okay, so you all see Talon gets up. He'll walk up to one of the goblins who are on the ground and pick up his short bow, actually. And he'll use his action to kind of pick up the short bow, kind of pull the what is it? The quiver off, and he'll just like hold both and start kind of walking into a range where he can see Clark and Ripper, but that's pretty much all he can do. And you'll see by the end of his turn, he's got the quiver on and the bow ready to go. Cool. So after Zooks, it's Ripper's turn. He now sees this new, a little taller, now eye to eye with his combatant, and he's going to rip at you, but only rolls a 13, so missed. You pull up your shield and you just against the metal of your shield.
Attacking Granny Zoo?
Yeah, attacking Zooks, yeah.
I'll just be like, I'm more of a cat lady.
Oh, we know. Airden, it is now your turn. You see a pretty beat up Clark and an untouched Ripper. You see your
I'm
friend.
gonna go for Clark.
Okay.
So we gotta take down the big guy.
Okay. So I'll see you can like reach over May's
Alright.
unconscious body.
23.
That hits.
Oh, nice.
And you have sneak attack as well.
Which is good because I rolled a 1 on the first one. So, sneak attacks is Dexter 1d6.
1d6 is a cube, yeah. I think now it's I think it's just a 1d. It's not a 1d4. I think.
Yeah, no, it's like a.
It gets to a point where they're like D10s, and there's like,
62.
yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
It's stupid. I'm just like, gosh.
All right, so that's 4. Going with my damage bonus. So that's 4 plus.
Thanks for the alert.
2.
4 plus
6.
2.
6 all
You 4 is what you needed.
Oh,
Clark has been felled, and you kind of like stab into him with your rapier and like, and like up into his chest. And you're like, "Are you a goblin? I don't care for my dad." And you're like, you dash through him, and you see Clark. You pull it on. He like puts his hand to his chest and like down to his knee and tries to hold himself up as Morning Star, but he collapses down. Ripper goes into a rage at this moment. Like, is just. Yeah, even more angry than you want, but Clark is felt. Very good.
So the Ripper was he still right beside us? Can I?
Yeah, Ripper. Yeah, you can go ahead and attack Ripper if you'd like. I'll say you have to do this ranged.
Do it ranged? Okay.
Yeah, but you're within 10 feet.
It's kind of catty.
I'd probably say range with like. Yeah, but he could barely get to Clark, and it's almost like catty cornered like 7 feet basically. So I'll say do it ranged with disadvantage.
Okay.
You're just out of the dagger kind of reach for it.
Okay. Well, I still rolled an 18.
Oh.
Yeah, you hit him. You hit him.
With a nat 20.
Oh, yeah, you can hit him. You can hit him.
So that is
2 really big rolls.
Ooh, a 4. Now I get to I still add my damage bonus, right? I just don't get the.
Yeah, you add your dex to it. Yeah, you just don't get.
Okay. I just don't get the attack
Yeah,
advantage. Okay.
you don't get your
So
sneak
7.
attack, obviously. How many?
7.
7 on a
I rolled
D4.
4. I rolled
Jeez,
4.
nice.
3.
Big old rolls. Okay, cool. So Ripper, you see a dagger's now like in his like chest, is between 2 ribs, and he's not looking happy. It is now Fortuna. You see Clark go down, but on the other side of him, you see now May is laying down unconscious. You see Ripper still up, and then the goblin shaking about 10 feet away from you.
I will use my crossbow against Ripper.
Okay. Shoot away.
16.
16 hits.
Ha ha. D8, where's 8? 10.
10 points of damage. You see, kind of almost simultaneously, this dagger is going into the side, and he kind of winces, whatever dogs do, and then you see a bolt, and just go kind of right in this part of his neck, and you see Ripper just fall down, kind of like right next to Clark, almost like poetically and sad, and
He kind of like nuzzles up to him.
yeah, kind of as he dies. And Ripper's down. All right. Very nice. It's up to the top with the goblin, who is just like.
Can I take my action? Can I like interrupt him?
No.
No. Okay, I was just wondering.
Yeah. On your turn, you'll be able to try and do something.
Yeah.
He's gonna run up, and he's gonna try and shoot Fortuna again, since you're kind of right there. He's like, "You're the same size as me. I don't feel as afraid." He only rolls. He's so afraid. He only rolls an 11. So it doesn't hit you. Next is May. So May, what I need you to do is roll a d20. Tell me what the number is. You don't add anything to it. Just a straight d20.
20.
20.
Oh.
So that's.
You're stabilized with a hit point, girl.
No, she's not. It's
Just
2.
stabilize,
It's 2. It's automatic 2 saves.
Right. He hasn't done one yet.
So you still have. So you have no death. You have no failures, but you have 2 saves now, because the crit counts as nice. First death saving roll of your entire D&D career is a nat 20. Cool, awesome. Zooks, is now your turn.
Okay. I'm going to maybe try to persuade, maybe try to intimidate. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm going to yell at that goblin, tell him to stand down. stand down. You can join Yimrik's empire. You can join him as a goblin. We'll tell him that you fought alongside us to take down Clark.
Roll a persuasion check.
Okay. 9. It wasn't good.
Okay.
How scared is he?
I mean, the DC was pretty low, but not that low.
His friends.
He's like, I don't believe.
Okay.
You probably killed Yimik too.
I'm gonna go down. Okay, that's a good point. I'm gonna go down and try
Fair.
to heal. I'm gonna try to do a medicine check. It may be my next turn. I don't know.
Yeah, this would be your action for it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So, you 29 your medicine.
And that is a 4. It's not very high.
You take whatever
I'm not
herbs you
amazing,
have,
Eric.
and you like spit a little bit, and you like rub your hands together and put them in the wounds, and you're like, did it work?
Yeah.
It didn't.
I
So
tried my
you're still at two saves. Next, it is going to be Tanlin's turn, and he kind of hears this speech you trying to like talk down the goblin, and the goblin is telling, and he's just gonna like saddle up next to you guys and just shoot at him. Yeah, 24 will hit.
Should have drawn Yimrik.
Yeah.
You hit him real good. Just barely standing, this poor goblin.
The offer doesn't stand anymore.
Cool. So that's Talen's turn. Airden, is your turn.
How close is the goblin?
He's back 15, 20,
I can
20
get to
feet.
him
He's
and-
in the other side of the fire pit, but yeah, you could probably just go
I can
around.
get to him. I don't have to like do a ranged attack. Okay. All
I mean, no persuading or intimidating from Airden.
No.
He's like, oh, I'm gonna go.
The goblin.
For my sister.
Yeah. Each time you've said a different family member, we'll retcon that.
No, well, my sister and my dad are both.
Cousin.
My sister and my father are both dead.
Okay.
So that was 16.
Yeah, you hit him. You don't even roll. He had 1 hit point. You have
Okay.
felled another goblin. For my sister. And you stab it. All right. So we're gonna stay in initiative though. Fortuna, is your turn. Everyone's gone. Everyone's dead, but you still see May laying on the ground, unconscious.
So, if I do spare the dying for her, does that cancel out her need to do the rolls?
Yeah, she'll be stabilized.
She'll be stable.
She won't have a
Okay.
hit point, but she will be stabilized, not having to do any saving throws. And she'll be able to come back with sleep and,
All right.
Can't she-
Okay.
Oh, you also have a spell slot left, so you could heal her if you'd like.
I was gonna say she can just straight up heal her, right?
You can just kill and cure wounds her.
Healing
What
word.
time is it?
What time? You're dead.
Yeah, you're not here.
I can keep it off.
So
We'll do a long rest.
if you
We'll
spare
just leave it off.
if you spare the
I was
dying,
gonna say, if you had the option to bring your friend back with like half of their revitalization, like I think.
I mean,
you
you're
would
not
do
at
one.
Phandalin right now. You got a little bit of travel left, but you're
Yeah, I don't think
so
you want to just stabilize.
how
them,
it
like,
works for you,
have them in
Fortuna.
coma.
How it works for you, Fortuna, is that if you spare the dying, she's stable, but y'all will like literally have to carry her to the cart, and she'll be stable and fine. If you heal her, she wakes back up, and she has the hit points now you have given her, and she doesn't have to save anymore.
Okay. do that.
So would you like to do the cure wounds or healing
Yeah.
word?
Healing word is what I have.
Okay.
So then that is.
Is it 2d4? Wait.
Within range. 1d4 plus spell casting ability modifier.
It is verbal. So is there any specific thing you like to say?
Say something gnomey.
Not gnome.
Wait, you're not gnome. What are
She's
you?
not a
Halfling?
gnome.
Halfling.
Disadvantage on your next.
Halfling.
I'm just kidding.
No.
I don't remember what she was. Okay.
Getting too old.
Is someone a gnome in our
Getting too
party?
old.
Pretty soon.
Yeah, not here yet. Not here yet.
Oh, okay.
You're like, I thought there was a gnome coming. Person turned up. There must be a gnome.
I'm also a short person, okay?
All right, so you speak what you speak, and you roll the pyramid plus 3.
6.
6.
Nice.
So all of a sudden, you just wake up, May, with 6 hit points, and you wake up. And you turn and you see Zooks is rubbing like damp herbs in your wounds.
Granny Zeus thinks you successfully.
Yeah, Zooks is like, it worked.
She goes up and hugs May. She's like, I'm so glad it worked. I literally just hug her.
Stop.
Um,
And then I lock eyes with Fortuna.
you just know from beyond that it was her.
That's her. And I know that she's one of my loyal people now.
Oh.
I got your girl.
So I assume by this point I already see the rogue going through pockets.
So you're out of it. You're out of combat. Congratulations. You solved the big bugbear problem. He hits hard.
Yeah.
Luckily, he missed his first one when he did the double attack on you. 'Cause he was just gonna bear down on whoever was in front of him and just keep going. He rolled 2d8. He rolled very low. Cool. So you have a dead Clark, a dead wolf, a dead goblin, fire pit, and all those kind of like crates and provisions in the back.
So I want to investigate Clark, see what he's got on him.
I want to investigate the crates.
All right,
Yeah,
so go
same.
go and make a in I love it, true to rogue fashion. Go and loot the body. Roll an investigation check.
I only got a what's that? 9.
He really doesn't have much on him, which is probably surprising. Like he doesn't really have clothing on, really. Like he has like similar to the goblins, like just like tattered, linens on them. He'll have like similar stuff. He'll have like rocks and some like trinkets, but you would gather from this that all of the valuable stuff would be over on the other side.
Okay.
Hopefully it rolls better than I did.
So everybody else who's investigating the crates, roll an investigation.
What is my investigation?
17.
17.
A 0.
2.
A 2.
19!
19. All right. So the shorter ones are able to get lower, and see better.
Bonnie's unable to find the lid to the crate.
She was just she was just unconscious. She was like, she's still kind of woozy. She's still woozy a little bit.
I'm just
You walk over with Tanlin and she's like, you both like sit down against the wall, like, so you all find there's a chest there. You kind of are like kind of looking through and you find one that looks kind of like less like a provisions chest and more like a chest you would find in a room that would keep valuables. And inside you find money. You find 600 copper pieces, 110 silver pieces. You find 2 potions of healing.
I love it. I love it.
I feel like it.
Zooks is the treasurer. I love it. I love it already.
600 copper. How much silver?
110.
Cool.
A 2 potions of healing, and then this really odd jade statue, like a green gem statue of a frog. It's like very interesting with tiny golden orb eyes. You can.
Can I pick which knowledge? I'll do knowledge history on it. Yeah.
Okay.
Since
yeah.
I also have stone cunning. I don't know if it's technically a stone in your opinion. Okay.
That would be more for like stone
16.
work and like halls and stuff. 16.
Yeah.
You don't really know of any jewel crafters or gemsmiths who are known for making like frog gem statues. It looks pretty valuable though. You wouldn't be able to appraise how much, but you can tell it's pretty valuable.
Frog. Gem. statue. All right, so I got 600 copper, 110 silver, 2 potions of healing, frog gem statue.
Yeah, and you
Is there
can.
anybody in the group that can like tell if it's magical?
Someone can try and do an Arcana check. Like if we don't really have Arcana, you three are
Yeah, we don't
like
have anybody
holy
with that.
magic.
Yeah.
Arcana.
You could try it. Yeah, if you want to, you could still try it.
But Taylon's not
Try
a
it.
magic user, right?
Talon is not. No, he's a ranger.
Okay.
I try.
Yeah, go for it.
10.
10. You get no traces of magic on this object whatsoever. You also, so I will say, oh hello,
Good job.
Fortuna. You see, you're looking kind of through the crates. You continue as Zooks is kind of going through that. You see crates with specific, a specific emblem on them. It looks like a shield with a lion's face on the front of it. And I think you would notice, you would probably know, this is a pretty big, like, it's like a chain provision shop, basically. These are kind of common in bigger cities. It is, I completely forgot the name. These are boxes belonging to, good lord, Lion Shield Coster. And you can imagine that they were some of the things that were stolen off the road. Talon will pipe up and like, I believe there's a lion shield in Phandalin.
Do we think this belongs to?
Oh yeah, this is their emblem. I think it definitely belongs to the lion shield.
So like, how many crates are there? How heavy? Are they?
They're heavy enough that it will take a little time, but you from what you remember how much space was on the cart, you probably could get most of these onto the cart if you'd like.
Oh, cool.
And if you want to try, you could probably bring the cart closer. You could probably spend 30 minutes to, like, 30 minutes getting back, and then the better part of the rest of the hour to get the cart up and then fill it with the crates if you'd like. But that's up to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So you all spend about an hour.
Did we already search the goblins?
Yeah, they had the same kind of stuff. They didn't have anything on them, really.
Okay.
Just they had scimitars and short bows. I mean, not any nicer than regular anything, rusted and stuff like that. They have like shiny rocks in their pockets. The
Are
odd,
their arrows good or
they have
crap?
some. They're not as good as yours.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna bother with them.
Not as good as yours. You won't get you won't get any like negative anything, but they're to an elf, you wouldn't be caught dead with raggedy
I mean, if I, like,
raven
do that,
arrow.
that's a scrounge, but I'm not happy about it.
Yeah.
So.
Oh,
Cool. So you spend a good about an hour and a half. You guys are able to get the cart a little bit closer. As you leave, you don't see Emic anywhere. He gone. He didn't wait. He didn't wait for you. And to the three of yours surprise, you also don't see the goblin that you tied up to the tree. You see cut ropes at the bottom. You don't know if it's Emic or something else.
I don't say anything about Granny Zooks. Don't care.
Fortuna, you can tell him you cut him down.
Yeah. He kind of like was very scared, and he was very bloody and beaten. I felt real bad.
All right, which of us doesn't have a rope anymore because somebody cut it instead of just untying?
Who was the one? Was it
It was my rope.
It was Zooks.
I think
Zooks,
it was.
Zooks lost rope. Ropes aren't
because
expensive.
because he used Bakilka used his rope, but I think he took it back up.
Yeah, you can get that back up.
Yeah.
So mine's dead.
I'll tie it back
So,
up.
You all,
I'll go buy another one.
congratulations.
With all that money you just found.
You solved.
We're gonna divide it up. Yeah. it's
You
not-
solved our Cragmaw Hideout puzzle.
listen,
Nice.
you had us in the first half. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, when he came up and did like, I was like, I was worried once Fortuna started adding up the guiding bolt damage. I'm like, oh no.
I don't know that I was so worried just because we had so much like AC. Like it was
I know
just-
that wall. I was
we
just like,
just
this goblin's not
so
gonna do
much AC.
anything to you
Yeah.
guys. I was just like, dad gummit. Cool. I'm telling. The amount of AC you guys have, having 3 people with 18 is pretty OP. Welcome back. At the beginning, the trouble y'all are gonna have is when the damage starts to. You'll still be hard to hit,
dealing enough damage,
but the 2 clerics aren't going to be dealing as much damage. A paladin's damage goes up, a rogue's damage goes up, and then the clerics will be like this. But your armor's still going to be great.
And that's why we should be like focusing on a lot of support.
And that's
spells
why y'all
stuff
are going to get a sorcerer, and she's going to blow all the shit up. It's going to be crazy.
Sorcerers are dope.
We don't have it. Well,
Maybe including y'all. Okay.
we need a tank, Cricket.
We got 3 tanks. Technically.
Well, I mean, somebody like,
HP tank, you mean like a
I'd say
barbarian?
Zooks. When I think of it, I think Zooks is kind of your tank, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ready, tank.
Cool. So you all spend that hour, put everything in. 10, let's say, is it alright if I accompany you to Phandalin?
Yes, please.
It's your card, dude. So.
And you get back with me.
Oh, no, my horse died back there, as you all saw.
Yes.
So you all set off. You kind of make your way back to the road. You can guide.
As Granny Zooks is like walking back, she's like collecting berries. Can she collect berries?
Oh yeah, sure. Go ahead and roll a.
I want to make jam.
Go ahead and roll a D100. Roll a percentage dice.
Okay. How do you do that again? Can you?
You can either.
I don't have an actual D100.
Right, so you roll
I have
2
a percentage.
10s.
Roll the first.
So roll the first
50%.
10 as the double-digit one.
Okay.
Just tell me what you get.
And then that's a 5.
So 50 something. So what's your
53.
53? You get 53 berries.
Cool.
There you go.
I want to do like a nature check to make sure not poisonous.
Okay.
I don't want to make poison jam.
We all die from
Cool.
poison.
Well, as you can do that on the cart. So as you guys
Yeah, I'm going to show him to May and see if I can get like.
get that nature check or whatever.
I know she's nature. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are these
Small check.
are these sketchy?
It's cool. So go ahead and make a nature check, May.
I think I saw a kid back at home smoking one of these.
I want to.
Yeah. 18.
18. They're ripe. They're. I don't know if you would note the specific like name or the type of this berry. You're not really from
I just
the
wanna make sure
Sword
they're not
Mountains, but
poisonous.
they're not. There's
Yeah,
some
yeah.
that are like kind of gross, but most of them are fine.
Cool. I'm
Eat, Granny. You don't.
gonna make it. I'm gonna make a jam like on the way. I feel like.
Love it. Well, maybe not on the way, but like on the. You're not gonna boil the things.
I don't know.
Cool. So you guys set off. You get back to the Tribord Trail. You can kind of go around the horses. Tainlin will walk up and like place his hand on the get down, kneel before his horse and like pat him down and like have a little moment. You could tell that was probably his horse. Like yeah. And he didn't recover any armor or anything from he tells you that they took everything. They took the dwarf, all the maps and everything, and all the armor and all their belongings to the castle that he told you about. So you guys continue on. So continue on the Tribord Trail. It's getting pretty late now. It's 5:30.
How far away is the town? Like, is it
You probably have like
tonight,
you'll be able to get there tonight.
Okay.
It'll spend you probably the rest of the day. You can tell the sun's already starting to go down. You continue on. You see a pretty rickety signpost and a turnoff to the right. The sign pointing you to Phandalin. You turn down. You spend probably the good part of another 30 minutes, 45 minutes going down through trees, and then you start. It gets pretty hilly at this point, and the trees open up, and you, in the distance, kind of way off in the distance, you can see the Sword Mountains. Pretty big, snow-topped in the background, and before you can see the foothills that are much closer. And as you go up, you kind of wind down a few roads. It opens up. You come down this hill and down, and you can see this little frontier village of Phandalin. You remember them telling you that. Well, go and make history checks. Anybody who would like to know, if you'd like to know more about the town itself.
13.
Ooh, 19.
13.
Oh, we got Phandalin
Okay.
down. We figured it out.
You know that you remember hearing stories of Phandalin used to be pretty prosperous. Used to be a pretty prosperous mining town like centuries ago. You remember Gundren.
I remember when this place was popping.
You remember Gundren and a little bit of Tanlin talked to you about that is because of the Wave Echo Cave. It was a very the rich mining here. So a lot of ore, a lot of gems you would find on the ground, but the Wave Echo Cave was able to turn items into magical items. And back then there was actually a war over this, where the dwarves and men and elves and all, the last alliance fought to protect it when there was an evil necromancer who tried to take it over, and through the chaos, everyone won. Everyone won, the dwarves and the light side won, but the cave was lost basically. They caved in the entrance, and they kind of stripped it from the records. And because of that, Phandalin was basically desolate for a long time. But recently, because of the Rockseeker brothers, some of the other mines they have found, the town's starting to kind of slowly build back up. As your cart comes in to town, closer to town, you can see some buildings that are a few years old, some buildings that are newer than that, some buildings that are pretty freshly built, like the wood isn't even weathered yet, and some that are in construction. You can tell this is it's starting to be a little more up and coming. As you start to roll into town, pretty early on, you're coming down, you pass a kind of a farmhouse to your right, and to your left, you see a pretty big, it looks like this is the entrance to town, basically. Everything there's way more buildings past this, but on your left, you see a pretty sizable building with a sign hanging to the side that says Barthen's Provisions. This is where you're supposed to deliver your goods.
We did it. Good job, everybody.
Good job.
All right, would you all like
Good.
to...
Minus 600
also...
copper, 110 silver, 2 potions of healing, and a jade statue.
Also, I forgot to mention, you all get 275 experience, in addition to the 75 you got. And I'm going to say you catch up to that, Fortuna, because you technically
350.
made it past all the obstacles. You got excuse. You made it past the traps. You cut down, and the moving a person. So you got 275. So the 75 and 275 that get you above 300 would get you all to level 2.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Congratulations.
I was gonna make a joke about it. I honestly was. It's level 2.
So you all basically think,
because eventually we'll get to a point where all the party members are gonna be like, "Oh, do we level up?" Because it just seems like it does kind of exponentially get a little harder to level
it's
up.
once you get to level 5, 5 you get to decently quickly. Then after that, it takes longer and longer. Like Theron's been at 5 for months.
Are we leveling up?
And it's driving me crazy because level 6 he gets his next thing, and I'm like, come on, Evan! So you all level 2. As you all park the cart next to Barthen's Provisions, Tanlin will get out and like, thank you all for the ride, friends. Again, I told you I don't have money now, but I will have it for you tomorrow. I am exhausted, and it's getting kind of dark now. He's like, I'm gonna go find some lodgings. I think Stonehill Inn is the place here. So if you'd like to join me later, I'd love to have a drink. I might be passed out, but if I'm not, I'd love to have a drink. And if not, I will see you tomorrow.
Thank you for your help, my friend. Please get some.
So, what time is it?
It's just about closing time, so it's about 8 o'clock here.
Like, will the other crates we have, is that place still going to be open? Or
You can
we just
try.
need All right,
You can
let's
see.
try to- let's go by and see if they're open and if we can give their stuff back to them.
So you haven't you just pulled up to Barthen's right now, so you haven't handed those back yet.
And that's fine because he hasn't paid us yet. He said
Okay.
he'd pay us in the morning. He can get his crates
Well, no,
in the morning.
Barthen's paying you a separate thing.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, so Barthen's paying, that's a separate. Like,
Oh.
Tanlin is paying you a separate thing. That was for the escort. So Barthen is paying you for the delivery of the gold,
Okay.
the things. So you all see Tanlin walks away in his, I don't know, simple underrobes that he was left with by the goblins. And you all step into Barthen's provisions. As you do, you see they're starting to close up. You can tell, but the door's still open. And you see an older-looking human, bald, at the counter. He's like, "Well, welcome in, everybody. Welcome to Barthen's. We're just closing. Is there anything I can help you with?"
We are here to deliver.
Oh, are you all the ones with the cart? Oh, oh, fantastic. I was waiting for Gundren to show up, but he hasn't yet. And I was getting a little worried, but I'm really happy that you all are you all made it.
Don't worry about him. We're here and we have your goods.
Okay. So he's gonna.
Can I just do a quick little perception check on his? Do I see him those insignias that I saw earlier that would kind of tie him in with Gundren, or?
Sure, go for it.
What would it be?
Perception check.
Perception. It was 16.
No, he's got pretty simple clothing. Yeah,
I'm not sure I would want to tell him that Gundren is missing then. No.
Yeah. He'll hand out 4 bags of 10 gold to each of you. Like your 10 gold each, as promised. Have you heard anything about Gundren?
Yeah, we haven't seen him quite yet.
Okay.
Do you have any idea what's going on there?
Well, no, he said he was going to come by yesterday, but he and a friend of his. But I haven't seen him yet.
Is Tanlin with us?
No, Tanlin went off. I haven't heard anything about him, but seeing you makes me a little more hopeful. Rockseek Brothers have done a lot for the town, and yeah, his brothers are somewhere camping off in the woods. But yeah, I just haven't seen him in a while. He's a good friend of mine. I care for him deeply. So if you hear anything, you let me know. All right?
Yeah, in the morning we might want to check in with his brothers.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, if you.
I'm also getting a southern accent.
That'd be a-
Sympathetic.
It just comes out naturally.
It's like, are you from Texas, young lady? So
I'm like 4 times older than him.
no.
Even at his oldest.
Cool. So he'll say also, well, I'm one of the main kind of just your general goods store. So you need anything when you're staying in Phandalin, you let me know. Any directions or anything like that, you just let me know. Any friend of Gundren's a friend of mine.
Thank you so much.
Of course. Name's Elmar, by the way. It's a pleasure to meet you all.
Nice to meet you, Elmo.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Whatever you.
Her hearing's not too good.
All right.
Can we stay the night? Do y'all have lodgings?
Here, no. I'm just a simple shop owner, but the Stonehill Inn is the nice inn here. No, that's fine. That's fine. I understand. And he'll tell you, huh?
I want to ask the other plate, the
Directions to Lion Shield.
Lion Shield, yeah.
Yeah, he'll be like, well, if you just you turn left and just keep going down the main road, there's a kind of the town square. Once you get there, right to the left, you'll see Stonehill, and then across the way you'll see Lion Shield. You can't miss it. It's got a sign bigger than mine, and those corporate types, and it's got the Lion Shield on it. So,
okay,
very good. And then he'll turn and he'll like whistle. He's like, Ander, Thistle, let's start closing up. Sorry to push you out, folks, but you understand. Thank you so much for delivering the goods, by the way.
Okay.
Right. And he'll get to closing down. Continue closing down. Cool. So you.
Good night, Elmo.
Good night, ma'am. And he'll like have a worrying look at all 3 of you. like a bless her heart kind of a situation. All right, so you want to set off towards Lion Shield?
Yeah, let's head off. Let's see if they're open, and yeah, let's just go see if they're open. If not,
Right.
we'll just check into the inn and
Okay. So you follow those directions as you head out. You go down the main road that you were going, that you entered in. As you kind of exit, you'll hear a little clink, ding, ding, clink, ding, ding, clink, ding, ding, clink. And you pass on the right. There's a smith. Granny Zooks, you're just like, oh.
She's already there. Like she's like you didn't see her like for a second.
You
You're
look
like,
over and you
where'd she
see
go?
you see the fire of the forge
She's
glint
right
off her
next to her.
armor, and she's just like looking at this this dwarf, this young dwarf.
I just go ahead and say, more than be praised. You're doing such a good job, and I like grab his cheek.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. He's just like, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you need that, if you need any of that repaired, just let me know.
Oh. Yeah, possibly. I'm a little rusty. You get it? I just like bump him because it's rusty armor.
He'll go up to the sign and he'll flip it to closed.
Well, I like also kind of like flash my insignia, which is like the forge like kind of is in the insignia. So
and he'll look down at your
I've had a past in the forge.
Okay.
He'll
also notice your hammer hanging off your belt. It's kind of like it's like a bigger forging hammer, but it's like, oh, I see you do your own work. Nice.
I'm gonna ask him if he knows anything about the Rock Seekers.
Oh, the Rock Seeker brothers. They are. I'm Southern again. He'll tell you that he kind of heard of dwarves reopening the area, and when he was in Neverwinter, and so he decided to kind of like get here before the rush, basically, and kind of seek fortune.
Oh, I gotcha.
To come here. Most of the people came here as miners, and then quickly realized that mining might not be the life for him. And so, like some of those, he decided just to start smithing away.
Cool. All right. Yeah, I don't know that I want any other information from him.
All right.
He said he could improve my armor. Or was
It's
that just like a?
I mean, he probably could, but it's like
from now.
He can't improve it, but he might like bring out the dings of it, smooth it out a little bit.
All right. I'll just leave him then. Tell him have a good day.
Good night. Let's get kind of shake it off and go away. You see, there's one part of his cheek that's not like gray because of this where you pinched it. All right, you continue on. You see what he was saying to the left. You see the Stonehill Inn, and then past that, it opens up into a kind of a dusty square. This town, think of frontier town, not much vegetation. This is a kind of a quickly built. It's about 5 years since they started kind of renovating again, and it's quickly kind of building up. So there's not much landscaping going on. And you see, if you continue across, you can see the building for Lion Shield Coster. And you see the sign, and you see, as you pull up, the shopkeeper is like coming out and kind of locking up for the day.
So I call out to him, shopkeeper. I believe we have some of your stuff.
Shopkeeper. You can say, oh, excuse me. Like she's a lady. You said she's a man.
Okay. Shopkeeperess.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot you were awkward. That's socially awkward. Yeah, I forgot. Yes. Oh, hi. Can I help you?
We found some of your stuff that the goblins had stolen it. So looks like it's got your emblem on it. These crates.
Oh, and she'll kind of see you all standing along the crate, and some of you might be like patting on the butt. Oh, and she like rushes over immediately. It's like, oh my goodness, we thought these were lost. Those goblins that were harassing the trail. They've been.
They're all dead now. That's just
for you.
Oh, well,
we killed them. Me and my friends.
she'll look. There's like blood on some of your armor and stuff, and she'll be like, oh, okay. Well, you all.
Just waiting for the most awkward conversation she's had.
I was just closing up, but she'll be like, yeah, we can take care of this now. come on in. And she doesn't.
Gladly.
I don't. Everyone else has gone home. Would you mind helping me get them off your crate? I know you've been through a lot. Or off your cart. Is that okay?
Granny Jukes grabs one in each arm and just starts hauling.
Make a strength check.
Okay.
Oh my god.
9.
You see Granny go up to the cart.
Start to drop one.
Yeah, Granny. Okay, cool. It's like, back, and then
Like Granny doesn't notice it, but you're like holding him from behind. Like,
I love it. I love it. Love it so much. All right, so you help her get everything in. She's like, thank you. Yeah, my name's Lenine. Thank you all for doing this. Hold on, give me 1 second. And she goes kind of back behind the kind of her register, whatever. And she spends a couple of minutes gathering something. You can hear the coins moving, and she comes back and she has a bag for each of you, and she gives you 10 gold pieces for your troubles. Each of you 10 gold pieces for your troubles.
Wow.
It's like, hey, this is the least I can do. This is so much. We thought we knew our shipments from Neverwinter and Waterdeep were getting stolen, and we didn't think we were going to get them for a while. So I really appreciate it.
You're welcome, Lennon.
She's like, are you going to be here for a while? Are you staying in town for a little bit?
We're gonna at least spend the night at the inn.
Okay. Just watch out. There's this kind of like group going around called the Red Brands. Yeah, all those merchants are kind of getting harried by them as well, and they're kind of a bunch of bullies, and there's no real like leadership in town right now, and they're kind of just like running the place. So just watch out, okay? Yeah. Say that again.
Do you need help?
It'll work it out. I'm just warning. You just stay away. Just try and stay away from them. Just be careful. That's what I'm saying. Whenever they see some new people, they they do what they do. Ruffians and bullies and all that.
Lenine.
Uh-huh.
How long has this been going on?
For a while now. You can tell she puts her head down when she says that. And she's like,
And then I just go up to Lenine, like, don't worry, we can take care of ourselves. We can take care of them too if they get in our way.
roll. I'm gonna use this as like a cheer up check, but do like a persuasion check with that.
Okay.
Granny, and May, if you want to as well.
7.
7. Okay.
Not rolling good on my checks today.
Persuasion?
You should be good. So you're a paladin.
10.
I appreciate it. And she'll kind of give you like.
I kind of see that, and I was like, well, you'll see. Just leave it there.
She'll say that. She'll like, I really appreciate, understands what you're trying to do. She'll say, just avoid the sleeping giant. The sleeping giant. It's over on the east side. That's kind of where they hang out. But
see, she's telling us where to go so that we can beat these guys up.
No, I'm just telling you what to. I want you to have a good stay here, ma'am.
Thank you.
Anyway, and if you need any armor or weapons, Lion Shield Coster, we supply the Sword Coast. You can tell she like awkwardly struggles to do like the tagline. And she'll say thank you, and if you need anything.
Is she a human?
Yeah.
Just like, okay, human-made weapons, okay.
Chain name brand human-made weapons.
Yeah. Literally don't even have a forge god.
This is
on my level.
This is the Nike of weapons, basically.
Yeah.
All right, so you all
gnomes have a forge god, okay?
So you all gnome weapons are really good. You all right, so you deliver and you get some more money. Look at y'all, been rich out of nothing. Cool. So would you all like to head back? What would you like to do?
I want to head to the inn.
Head to the inn. It's getting pretty late. It's you. That took a good like 30 minutes. It's now fully dark.
If think about our whole entire day. It's been a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this whole thing, it's been about 3 days, this whole situation so far. Like you camped on the road, on the high road, and this day's been a big day. So you all head to the inn, and about 8:30, I mean, the lights are still on, and there's a pretty good amount of people. You can tell a lot of dirty, a mix of gnomes, of halflings, it's mostly dwarves and humans, but there's some other, and there's a mix of people with just like soot all over their face. Like you can tell these are miners. Like this is a mining town, and they mix of people just enjoying their night after a long day of work.
I think I try to wave at the humans, and they kind of look at me like, "What's she doing?"
When you all walk in, there is a moment where everyone hears the door and stops, in like expecting, and then they kind of take there's kind of like this general sigh, like the music starts playing again, and everyone kind of goes about their day again.
I'm gonna try to find some like fellow dwarves in the bar.
As there, you are any?
I'm assuming it's like a dwarven like kind of colony.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It's a mix. I mean, it's
go up
between
to
a bunch
them,
of places. Yeah.
And I'm gonna kind of push that like little thing that I felt like, hey, I just noticed like everyone's energy shift. What was that about?
Okay, so you walk up to a jovial group of what you can kind of think of are miners, just chilling at their table, and they kind of look at you and they're like, oh hi, can we help? Can we help?
Yeah. What was that all about? Y'all expecting somebody?
Well, not really. I mean, it's just that.
What,
You know, sometimes there's some.
Were you expecting Gundren Rockseeker possibly?
Oh no, I'd love for a Gundren to rock in. We would all have been excited about that. Sometimes there's some bullies in town we don't like, and just being careful, making sure.
And then I just like start. I'm like, oh well, dwarven resilience, we can take them.
You can tell these guys have been like, they haven't been in like the mountain fortresses that like the dwarves like hang out in for a while. They've like been in. The Sword Coast is a mix of everybody basically, and they're like, yeah, sure, whatever.
I got the information. I thought they were looking for Gundren. I didn't know that they were like worried about the red brands. Yeah, there you go.
That's the sense you get.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll move off of that. That was my little push. I wanted to know if
fantastic.
they
Well,
Gundren. So.
Okay. Actually, before as you kind of walking away, they're like, I was like, hey, Granny.
Yeah. What's up, honey?
And she like pull you aside. Why do you ask?
About Gundren?
No, about why we're worried, or if you're expecting something.
I don't know. We were looking for his brothers right now. That's kind of true. I feel like I'm looking for his brothers.
All right. Cool. Also,
I want more information on him.
Like a dwarf to dwarf would be like, there's also orcs in the area. We're kind of.
Yeah, and at that, like, it kind of piques the interest. Like, long time enemy.
And you like look at your armor and
kinda
look at your.
thing.
You look like a warrior type. Sometimes on the Tribar Trail, there's some tough moments. They'll try to harass us. Just if you're traveling that way and you can keep an eye out. Dwarf to dwarf.
Thanks for the heads up.
Oh, thank you.
I'll buy you around. And
He'll turn around, boys. I was just buying us around, and like and they'll like boost the spirits. Cool. Fantastic. So, what? Anybody else like to do anything?
I would like to go up to the bar and ask, how much is a pint of beer?
Oh, hi. How are you?
I'm good. I would love to know how much a pint of beer is right now.
A pint of beer. I'll just be 2 copper pieces, please.
2 copper pieces. I think we can do that. Fortuna,
All
you
right.
keep saving my life earlier. I would love to buy you a pint.
And he's just like,
I don't know if I could drink a whole one. How much is a whole barkeep?
She said, they come in pints?
yes. And he, like as you say, like, thank you saved my life earlier or whatever. You're like, oh, are you okay? All right.
I'm fine.
Oh,
I
good.
would love to hear.
Okay, good. And he'll go behind the bar and just, he's like, you know what? On the house.
Thank you.
You're
Oh,
welcome.
sweet.
I wink and give the other one to Fortuna.
I'm taken, but thank you.
Meg.
All right. You guys
Yeah,
go
didn't
off
wanna do anything.
and you start drinking.
Is Talon down here in the bar?
Tanlin,
And what's his name again? Tanlin?
Tanlin.
We went up to bed.
No, he's out. He is. Yeah.
Sorry.
If you want to ask, you could even ask the barkeep. Be like, yeah, no, I saw an elf come in and he was kind of just looked like a nightgown. I think he was ready for sleep and he went right upstairs.
Okay. Good for him. He
Yeah.
needed some rest.
He looked kind of rough.
So
Where?
how much are lodgings?
They are. I looked this up. Where is it? It is going to be, I think, 5 silver pieces each for the night.
Cool.
That'd be.
I can take it out of the 110 that we got earlier, unless y'all already divide that in your earnings.
No, we-
I can be the bank. I don't
All
care.
that you can be our.
You can bank it.
Mhm.
It's up to you. I don't know how the rogue wants to handle that.
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
So you can take it. You guys can start a group.
90 silver is what we have left now.
All right. So, well, thank you very much, and he'll tell you to. Is it 4
And
rooms
that I
or?
run for, of course, the table. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
The dwarf table. That-
Fantastic. That will cost about 10 copper pieces for the table.
Okay.
Would you guys spend any time just like kind of, hanging out, listening?
I would like to eat, so
Okay.
I'd like to order a meal and sit down at the table and just kind of listen to what's going on around the bar and everything.
All right. So you can go up and
Is there anyone else in the bar with a question mark above their head? With some...
yeah, you have made it to the town, and there's just question marks everywhere, like exclamation marks everywhere. And you're just...
Is there a fireplace in the inn?
Yeah, so this is like a classic, kind of like
I'm gonna
medieval.
Go up to it and just like I'm gonna act like I'm at home and like treat it like it's my own. I'm gonna set my cooking utensils and
You
start making
your
jam right there. So it's like everyone wants to stop her, but she's kind of old. You just don't want to say anything.
A barmaid with a question mark above her head walks up to you. He's like, "Oh, are you making jam?"
Yes, I am.
It's a little halfling lady.
Sure, the berries that I had collected.
There's an orchard here. And I know his name's Darren Edermath. He's the orchard keeper, and I don't know, maybe we'll have some fruit for you. And you all look like, and she'll kind of notice you walked in. Yeah, you all look like adventuring types. I think he was an old adventurer, so maybe you could tell some stories as you get some more fruit for your jam.
Okay.
And you tell she's got like a plate in her hand, and she's just kind of, she doesn't see a lot of, people come in, just make jam in the fireplace, and she's like, do you mind if I try? Is it far enough in for me to try? Is it?
I have no idea how jam works. Like, I think
probably
you have
been-
to, like,
It's not enough time. You cook it for a long time, yeah. She'll like, if you let her, she'll like take a little spoon and she'll just like,
sure.
you can hear
Should
like,
I roll how good it is?
I mean, it's like, right now it's like warm berries, but they're delicious.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
good.
There you go.
Yeah, and she'll walk away.
Right, cool.
Can't believe there's not a cooking skill.
I mean, you have
there's a-
cooking utensils,
yeah.
and then there's like this whole. I was like looking at that. There's like this whole thing that like D&D is spoken on cooking, and
Yeah.
like
There's
different
kits
things
you can
do on it.
have. There's like herbalist
It's
kits,
not
and there's
anything particular. Yeah, it's like kind of at the DM's discretion.
and there's
kind of
certain like your explorer's kit that have like pots and stuff, and you kind of use that to boil the jam in, and whatever.
Yeah, with
You
cooking utensils, you get a metal pot, knives, fork,
Yeah.
a stirring spoon, and a ladle.
You'll probably you'd have to store it in that pot until you find like, you know,
A jar,
glasses and
yeah.
stuff jar to do.
Yeah.
But maybe
They probably
Darren.
have a jar.
Maybe
Yeah.
Darren.
Or Darren.
Cool. Do you want to like, how would you like to find the question marks, Airden? Your antisocial self.
Well, that's the thing. I'm not right. I'm just gonna sit there, eat my meal. I'll listen.
Okay.
But so if there's any interesting conversations going around, I might overhear that. But I'm not gonna go talk to people. That's
Right.
gonna be.
So you kind of like go sit in the corner, and you can see that barmaid that came like stopped by, by him, like comes by with a plate of kind of like a half chicken kind of thing and some just like rustic potatoes and here you are, darling. Can I get anything else for you?
That's all. Thank you.
Right. Thank you. Enjoy. And she'll walk away. And it's like a rustic, you know, it's gonna be just like filling and delicious.
Yeah.
Cool. So you eat away. Are you gonna actively listen and try and like hear stuff?
I'm gonna listen to what's going on around me.
Okay. So you hear a couple people who are like finishing a conversation on a table close by to you. Mention something about a Sister Gorell. They said she rushed back to the shrine last night, and she seemed like she was pretty worried about something. She's been gone for a few days, and it looked like she might have been hurt.
Well,
Sister Gorell at the shrine. And
Anybody
that's
else hear that, or just me?
were y'all anybody sitting?
I'm not writing down that. I'm writing on something else.
Anybody else sitting at the table with Airden?
Oh no, I think we're at the bar.
You guys are at the bar still? Okay. Yeah, so it was just you. Airden heard that. And then as because you winked at him and he's like, I'm taken. And he'll purposely be like, hi honey, and he'll like go up to his like wife who's like doing something in like the back corner, and she'll come up and introduce herself to you all if you're sitting at the bar. Like, hi, how are you? Welcome to the Stonehill.
I say hello and I wink at her too.
I'm taking.
I know.
Oh, okay. You're okay. Sorry. It's your greeting. Thank you. So, are you all are new to town?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Is there any work in town that might be available?
I know. I know that the board in front of the mayor's office. He was asking for people. He had a post up there about orcs that were kind of harassing some people. We just hear stories, you know, in the tavern of people getting hurt, and he's posted some stuff up, and not too much. I mean, you could probably ask people like I don't know. Actually, I'm sorry. Asking around, I'm sure there's always, you know, some up and coming town, so you can always go around and ask anybody you want. Probably find some work. Or maybe you could go talk to Thel. There was a wood carver. He just stood up to the red brands, and man, that just gives us a lot of pride. And unfortunately, they killed him. And yeah.
Wait, didn't you just say we could talk to him?
Sorry, it's been a very tough time, and I can't remember a person in the corner who's far away from the conversation.
I know. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I forgot. Sorry, momentary lapse. They actually killed him. We're super proud. Thank you for reminding me. You can't talk to him anymore.
I'm gonna put my hand over her hand and be like, it's probably very traumatic, and you just forgot.
Appreciate that. I appreciate that. And I also know Freda has been having the Weaver's been having trouble with the red brands as well. It's really, the red brands, they're a pretty big problem, but that's not your problem.
I'm sure. Where did he say Thrall lived?
Huh?
Where did he say Thrall lived?
Say that one more time.
The wood carver.
The wood carver, he's dead now because I forgot he's dead, but he's actually dead. But his name was Thel.
Thel.
Local wood carver.
But
Uh-huh.
Where was he? Where did he go?
He was off kind of closer to the sleeping giant, which is kind of off down the road.
Ah, okay. So he was in pretty close vicinity from where the red ran.
Yeah.
And Frida, where is she?
Freda is. Let me look at the map real quick. She's off on the other side of town.
Ah, okay. I pat her hand again. Thank you.
You're very
Thank you
welcome.
so sorry for your loss. It must be very hard.
Yeah, we're doing the best we can.
See that.
And you'll go about, and she'll walk away and go about her business. Cool. Anything else y'all like to do, or go to bed for the evening?
I'm introverted out. I'm going to bed.
Very good. Cool. So you all spend the rest of your night however you'd like, drinking, sleeping, being alone in your thoughts, and you go to bed. Cool. I think that's a good place for us to stop for the night.
Nice.
And you wake up tomorrow morning and figure out what we're doing next.
That would be considered a long rest, yes.
Yeah, so you all get the full, and you will be level 2 at the start of our next
So everybody
adventure.
figure out your extra spells or whatever.
Yeah, I need to
Yeah.
figure
So
out.
you
We get back up to regular.
back up to
hit points.
full, but you will be at higher hit points next time because you are leveling up. So there's 2 ways. I normally do hit point level up. There's 2 ways you can do it, really. You have your hit die, which is different for each class. But so for clerics, it's d8s. And you can either roll a d8 and get whatever it is. It could be a 1, it could be an 8. And then add your constitution modifier, and that's how many more hit points you have that level. So if you have a 2 constitution bonus, you could either only get 3 or you get all the way up to 11. So it's a pretty big jump. Or the way I do it is I take the average, which for a d8 would be 5, because they half it and add 1, and they take that as the average. And then add your constitution. So it'd be basically 7 each level is the idea.
That's what I do.
Yeah. So that's the safest way to go.
Guaranteed 7 or take a chance.
Like for barbarians, it's like 7 plus whatever their con is, so they can get like 10 a level, and you're just like,
So
okay.
wait. Oh, so it's the 5 plus your con?
yeah. So it's plus your con,
really?
yeah,
Oh.
every time.
Oh, dude, I'm beefy already.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
And I think for like
17.
for paladins, it's a 10, I think. So you get 6 plus whatever your constitution modifier is.
Okay.
I think it's rogues or d8s as well. I think.
Okay.
You all are about to have the squishiest gnome. Like it's like a D4 or it used to be a D4, I think. When for casters, like original D&D, it was like a D4. So they'd start with like 2 hit points, and you get hit once and they're dead. But I think they have a D6, so they get 4 plus whatever their con is, which is probably nothing.
Does experience points start back from 0 now? Or
No,
level
so
2, or
you're
does it-
keeping them. You're keeping them all the way. So it the next time you level up, I think is like 900 experience or something like that. But as you level up, your enemies are getting harder. They level up with you. So instead of fighting 4 goblins, you're gonna fight like 8 or something, or
Okay.
you'll fight a different type. Like orcs are a higher class. You'll start probably fighting spellcasters eventually. It's gonna get a little harder each time you level up. And then for clerics, let me just do this now. This is fun. It's like my favorite part. Clerics, I'll go to the table. You all get more spell slots. So now you have 3 first level spell slots. You now have your channel divinity you can use now. So based on whatever your domain is, which one is yours is order, I think, puzzle, and then forge. So you guys have a specific the channel divinity thing, which I think is commanding voice or something for you. You get to use that once a rest. So I think it's short, and you can get it back on a short rest too.
And mine is you conduct an hour-long ritual that crafts a non-magical item that must include some metal, a simple martial weapon, a suit of armor, 10 pieces of ammunition, a set of tools. So I can make ammo for us, make tools.
So like you could use your entire short rest to do that. You just wouldn't be able to heal.
Yeah,
or something.
but I have to. I can like put the amount that the components would cost and stuff and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and you get that's your divine domain feature. So this is where your actual like you start to kind of kick in.
Can't be more than 100 gold pieces.
You still know 3 cantrips, and I think you still know the same amount of spells. Yeah. Because it's plus half. It's your wisdom plus half your hold. When you do so, choose a number of cleric spells equal to your wisdom plus your cleric level. So you can know one more spell, one more level 1 spell. So if you want to add another, if you want to take Cure Wounds as well, Fuzzle, which is like a beefier, it's like a 1d8 or a 2d8 or something like that. It's a pretty beefy spell for healing, or you can take another, whatever. You can also use long rests to unlearn a spell and prepare a new one. So you can use a long rest to change up your spell set if you'd like. And for that next day, those are the spells you know. That is clerics. That is use. Oh, I want to get to a character that speaks like these kind of Russian stuff. So bad. Let's see. It's gonna happen. Paladin. You can choose a fighting style now. So your fighting styles include defense, which is while you are wearing armor, you gain +1 bonus to your AC. So not fair. You can choose dueling when you are wielding a melee weapon in one hand and nothing in the other hand. You gain +2 to damage rolls. So if you like just had your battle axe, you +2 to your rolls, which is pretty dope. Great weapon fighting when you roll a 1 or a 2 for damage die. With a 2-handed weapon, you get to re-roll, which is pretty dope. Or protection, which is like the tank feature. When a creature you can see attacks a target that's 5 feet, so right next to you, you can use a reaction. So once a round, you can impose disadvantage on that enemy if they're attacking someone right next to you. So the two for you, I would either be the dueling or the protection, is what I would say.
I feel like I want protection.
Protection, okay. So just mark down protection that you once a turn you can impose this. You basically, the idea is you would like reach out and put your shield in front of your ally.
A turn.
Once a turn. So if there's 4 enemies, one of their attacks you can do that on, if you'd like.
Okay.
Cool. So and now you also get spells. So you have 2 level 1 spell slots. And one of those spells you automatically get is called Divine Smite, which is so
good,
amazing.
You used it in one fight. When we were level 3.
The cool water effect, which we'll probably keep that for you since that's kind of your.
Yeah.
Cool. So you can do that, and you can know how many spells you can know. You also have 10 points of lay on hands instead of 5, so it goes up 5 each level. So that's 10. A pool of 10 health points. You can go up and touch somebody and lay your hands on them and heal them for however many increments of 5. Each increment of 5, if they're poisoned, if they have like a negative effect on them, they're burning, you can use 5 points to stop that.
Okay.
But it won't heal them. It'll just stop that effect.
But at 2nd level, we also get Turn Undead.
You do, which is
Get what?
So clerics
Yeah.
get something called Turn Undead, and basically if you're fighting like 10 zombies or 10 skeleton creatures, they can just say no or something, and like they have to roll, and if they fail, they run away the opposite direction as fast as they can.
Oh.
Like it's the holy aura is scaring these undead creatures, and eventually they get something.
3.5, they crumble.
Well, no, eventually you get destroy undead. Eventually, I think at level like 8 or something, that will like turn them to dust if they fail.
Yeah.
Clerics are no joke.
Definitely against like those kind of
undead
things,
stuff, yeah. Let's see. You also get, your charisma modifier plus half your level. So your charisma modifier plus 1, I think it's 4.
So now wait.
So that's
What
how
is
many
that?
spells, first level spells you can know.
Okay.
So you would go to the paladin spell list, and you would choose the first 4 first-level spells that you'd like to know. You still don't know any cantrips, but you know Divine Smite, and then 4 paladin level 1 spells, and you can use 2 of those each day.
So I know 4 in addition to
In addition, yeah. Divine Smite's free.
Okay.
Totally unfair, but that's fine. You also have your spell save. Okay, you'll probably already have that down. It's fine. And then that's what you.
No, what? No, say it again.
Your spell save DC. So if you are doing something that requires so the clerics have Sacred Flame, which is like the pillar of light that comes down. It forces a creature to make a dexterity saving throw. I think their DC is like 13, so the enemy would have to meet 13 to save. That's what the DC is, your spell save DC. And so that's 8 plus, so 10 plus your charisma modifier, which I think is 13 altogether.
Okay. So it's okay, yeah, the spell save is 13.
So if you are doing something if you choose a spell that's going to make them try and save, like you're trying to impose, if you like do Bane or something, or if you do like some cool spell that has them try and save a wisdom save, that's what they have to beat. And then, yeah, that's what you get. Rogue is the next in the alpha.
Wait, sorry. Okay. What is my hit points again?
It is, yours is a 10, I believe. Yeah, so it's 6 plus your Constitution modifier. You add that to whatever you had before. So now you would have withstood that Clark blow. Cool. Rogue.
I just get cunning action.
Which is, hey, don't just say you just get cunning action. Now any turn you can like stab, disengage 30 feet, and then do it every turn if you want, and just not get hit ever. Yeah.
Wait, never mind.
And then
Do what, Sam?
I think preserve life is something you can only do at 2nd level cleric anyway.
okay.
Yeah.
Level 3 is gonna be fun because Rogue's gonna get all interesting at level 3.
Is he already at level 3?
No, but once you get to level 3, that's when his like specific domain kicks in, like his specific class feature. Y'all already kind of have your class features working for you. Clerics get them immediately, which is cool. But yeah, Rogues get them at 3. Most everybody else gets them at 3. So that's like, I think some spellcasters get them at 2. Wizards might get them at 1 because they're so squishy. Spellcasters kind of need their stuff up front because they can't go cause a level 1 paladin or fighter can cause like 12 damage on a hit. And you're like, okay, you don't need spells. But someone who can get hit and die once, who has like 10 hit points or 10 armor class and 8 hit points, kind of need.
Paladins are really good at making one hit really hard.
Yes, because you can if you get a
killers.
If you get a crit, and you have already declared that you're using Sacred Flame, which Sacred Flame goes up every like 4 levels, it gets another D4 added on top of it, or D8 added on top of it. It's stupid. And you're fighting like undead or something that are sensitive to radiant damage, and you get a crit, you roll everything. You get full damage, and then you roll everything again, and that radiant damage does double to like an undead creature. So if you're fighting like a Dracolich or something, you do like 100 damage. It's like, that's stupid. Paladins are at level 20. The Oath of Vengeance can sprout holy wings, fly around. Yeah, it's crazy. Anyway, so you all should be leveled up. That's exciting. Cool. What a fun time.
Do you want us to send you our
The updated ones? That would be great.
Yeah.
You could just tell me. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if we send you updated ones, I mean, I feel like some of them will have a lot on there if we like told you individually what was changing.
So I appreciate. Yeah, the updated ones would be great.
Wait. What?
So just if you could send me the updated.
Added in your like, these are the spells I'm choosing, and like all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So that would be great. Well, fun times, y'all.
Yeah.
I have 19 hit points.
Woo.
Yep.
Dwarves get hardy quick.
Ready. I'm
Yes.
at 20.
I have 19 too.
Nice.
All right. Well, gotta level up these fights harder.
Wait, did we do the rogue already? Did I miss?
Huh?
Did I miss the rogue?
Oh, we got him. He had one. He had hit points, and he gets so the things the goblins were doing to like disengage for free. He gets to do that now
Nice.
on every,
My bonus action, I can do disengage, dodge, or hide.
which is pretty gnarly. So he can run up
But
and just
I can't dual wield though.
not yet. No.
But I can
Run up, flash.
I mean,
run
I
away.
can't do the two weapon.
Yeah, you'd only be able to do one attack and then disengage, not get hit, and then just do that every turn and just never get hit. I think you eventually get to a point where you do get a second attack, though. Well, you know, you can do that with proficiency on your bonus action. Yeah, so there's some things you'll have to decide on, figure out how you want to play that. You also get all the cool trickster stuff, which is going to be so cool. I've never seen it in person. I'm really excited. Yeah. GG's, y'all. Level 2. We made it to Phandalin. We have got you just... So if in World of Warcraft, since you have left the starter area, you made it to the first main village, the new area, and there's just question marks everywhere. Question marks, question marks.
Tutorial zone is over.
Tutorial zone is over. And it's time to big boys.
No more killing boars.
Yeah, you're not going to be going up against... Yeah, no more. Not many goblins either. Cool. Well, fun.
Cool.